Live, we'll
We will
check.
not criticize players, coaches, or officials. We will support and encourage all students.
One thing I love about Ninestar is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. I encourage everybody to realize what an asset this Ninestar cooperative is. They give back and they have so much to offer.
Ninestar is a different kind of company, and the difference is
All right, we just had the national anthem played by the Eastern Hancock Band. Hopefully you could hear it. And hopefully everybody's able to get on. We do have chat in the press box, so if you have noticed some issues, that's the best way to let us know on YouTube and Facebook. And so we're at Eastern Hancock High School. We have a big Mid-Eastern Conference matchup between the North Decatur Chargers and the Eastern Hancock Royals. North Decatur comes in here ranked number 4 in 1A, and the defending champions of the Mid-Eastern Conference. They come off a victory last week against South Decatur, 41-14. And so that's their traditional first game. It was actually fairly close going into the fourth quarter, but then they pulled away in the fourth quarter. I think the score was a little bit misleading.
Sure.
Because a couple miscues on their part. Muckerhide, I think, fumbled on their very first offensive possession. South Decatur took it and scored. And then it was a snap, a long snap that went over the punter's head and led to their second score, to their 14 points. So A little misleading, but anyways, they're going to be a very, very strong team. The Royals defeated Frankton last week, 36-15. Score was tied at 15, kind of a close matchup. Royals had a fumble where it was just kind of ripped away, and Frankton returned it for a touchdown to make it tied at 15. But really the second half was all Royals, and once the Royals got a lead, Frankton really struggled to kind of get back into the game. Let's see, a couple players to watch here tonight. Eli Manship, I think so, yep. Eli Manship for the Royals had a huge game last week, 2 touchdowns, I think 138 yards receiving. And a player to watch for North Decatur, he kind of does a little bit of everything for them. Caden Muckerhide, last year he just killed us right from the beginning. He had a big punt return when we were at North Decatur last year, and a lot of things went wrong that night. But when you watch the way they use him, they're going to use him a lot of different ways. They're going to throw it to him. They'll run it with him. And they'll even put him in at quarterback, and they'll run a little wildcat also out of it. So they're very creative on how to get him the ball in space. Both quarterbacks, really quality quarterbacks. We look at Mason Morris. I believe he's a junior. He's really good at hitting people in the flat. He didn't have a lot of long throws last week against South Decatur. But we saw one in the Jamboree where he hit Muckerhide for a really long throw in the Jamboree for their first touchdown in the Jamboree. Elijah's got a little bit of everything. He can throw it deep. He can run. And hopefully he has a strong game tonight.
Yes, absolutely. The Royals are going to need a strong outing from multiple players on the offense. Elijah's going to have to step up and continue his dominance. He looked really comfortable last week, making the right decisions when he needed to. And after you get those first game jitters, I should say, out of the way in the first half, I think, like you said, the Royals settled in, and it sounds like North Decatur did pretty much the same in their game too. So should be a very interesting matchup tonight. Yeah, it's and 2 really good teams, and North Decatur, we saw them in the Jamboree, and they were really impressive, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah,
I thought none of the Mid-Eastern Conference teams really moved the ball against them, and so we did not play against them. So we'll see kind of how we match up there. But I think that's going to be the matchup of the game. Like how can our offense move the ball against their defense?
Yeah, I think it'll be indicative for the Royals to come out strong in the first half and make sure that they show that they have the tools and ability to move the ball on the Chargers, because as you know, if you get down and you start to let the defense kind of control what you're doing, things can go very badly very quickly.
And another factor we need to think about is the heat. It is very hot tonight, 86 degrees, sunny, a slight wind, but not enough tonight to really make it a little cooler. And hopefully the players have all hydrated really well. We don't want to see a lot of cramping and issues because of the heat. And I know our trainers and the coaches are really thinking about how to keep them in the best shape they can be tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. A lot of guys go both ways for both teams, so it'll be interesting to see the strategy for both coaches. If you keep your guys in and just run them both ways and hope that you've conditioned them enough to be prepared for tonight, or if you err on the side of caution here and kind of play some of your backups in places you wouldn't normally play them in a really big game, just as it's just the second week. You want to keep everybody healthy moving forward, and it is a conference game, first conference game for both teams. So
yeah, that's good. Well, you mentioned that. Let's look at that conference. So obviously it's really early, but this is a huge game. I mean, this is a game that if you're the Royals, you lose this game, you don't want to hope for someone else to help
Correct.
You out.
Correct.
You want to control your own destiny in this conference, and North Decatur's probably thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really important game. you can kind of see where the standings are. 3 of the 4 teams won last week. And then tonight, these 2 teams play. Shenandoah is at Heritage Christian tonight on the turf. I think I saw where that game has been moved to an 8:30 start.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams that play on turf have moved their games back either half an hour or even to that 8 o'clock or later starter to get out of the sun and hopefully be mostly under the lights tonight.
Right. Union City's at Monroe Central. Monroe Central trying to get their first win of the season. And we'll be interested to see how those go. If we get some score updates, we'll try to keep you up to date. Did you see how the toss turned out there?
I did not.
So Royals celebrating. Royals are in the gray pants. I don't think I've seen those. Gray pants, blue jerseys with the white and blue helmets. We have quite the combination this year.
Yes.
As we have a little bit of a uniform situation with stuff, so they're making do with what we have, but I love the helmets.
Yes.
The helmets look sharp.
Yeah, typical Edge fashion. I think you got to have something new each year, and the helmets are something different that I haven't seen before. So the helmets are a nice touch, along with the gray pants. We haven't had gray pants. I don't know if I've ever seen Royals in gray pants. So those are interesting as well.
And that's the Dents Automotive pregame shows. We're getting ready to start here. North Decatur comes in with their red pants, white uniform, white helmets. They have one of my favorite logos on their helmet. They have the Charger logo, but it's an American flag built into it.
Yeah.
Really sharp-looking logo. Actually, you can see it there on the scoreboard, kind of in there. So kind of what it looks like. And it looks like the Royals are going to be returning first, and the Chargers will be kicking off. So we're going to see that matchup right off the bat that we wanted to see. Offense versus Eastern Hancock offense versus Chargers defense.
I know Edge's attitude is always, if we can get the ball first, let's take it, and let's show the opposing defense what we're made of and what they're in for the rest of the night.
So I'm Joe Paxson. This is Cole Allen with me tonight, and we're ready to get this started. All right. I think it's Odell is going to kick off, and I think Shaw may be back, and here we go. I think it goes to Shaw.
Shaw takes it.
And he's going to go right up the middle
blockers.
And spins. Nice job. Good little return there out to the 30.
Absolutely. Good 20, 25-yard return there.
And I think one thing I don't think it's talked about, we have a weapon at kicker for us. Where we can get some touchbacks and we can have some long kickoffs, some punts. So we'll see how that affects, because I thought it really changed the game last week at Frankton when we traded a few punts.
Yeah. I think the kicker position, especially in the single and double A, across the state, is a very undervalued position.
So we got Eden going to fake the handoff to Kuby, and he fakes. He's going to pull it down, and he's going to come off the right side, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8, I believe.
Yeah, those busted plays are always tough to defend against, because you get everybody swaying one way, feeling like they're reading the play and doing it well, and then all of a sudden it's just a complete mess up. And usually busted plays end up being some of your best plays of the game, even though from a coaching standpoint they make you want to tear your hair out.
Yeah. So it's second down and real short one. And he's going to hand off to QB. QB's going to get that one and more.
Straight up the middle for the lead.
Yep, he's going to get 3 yards or so. We do have stats. I don't know how quickly they will reload, so we'll try to get you some stats this evening. So that's a Royals first down. You got Eden in the backfield. Mark Kuby. I haven't did the starting lineups. We'll get that up here. The starters for the Royals. We'll get the next break.
Good protection there for the Royals. Quick little dump out to Cameron Voles.
Yep. Cameron with a good catch, and we're going to –
good 5-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, get those positive yards there.
Absolutely.
So here's those starters: Elijah Eden, Mark Kuby, Aaron Redmond, Eli Manship, Cameron Voles, Caden Rubel, Ethan Carter, Logan Hoskins, Jacob Wickard, Braden Hill, and Carson Smith.
Royals able to pull off the dummy play and get the offsides called there against the Chargers. Should be enough for a first down, I would assume.
I think it's going to be a little short, actually, if that's right. We'll see. It'll be interesting here. To me, it looks a little short, but
I think they're going to give it to him based off that play, based where he just set the ball. Oh, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Second and looks like just a few inches.
Wow. Nope. Now they're waving it.
Oh.
Now they're going to give it to him.
Oh, all right. So got to wait for the chains to adjust. So you've got Elijah Eden in at quarterback, QB. This side you got Manship and Voles, Rubel, and I can't see who is on the far side.
Should be Redmond to the short side of the field there.
Yep, Redmond deep
Looking
throw.
deep.
There's
Got him mad. He's a little early.
Yeah, there we go. And there's a flag thrown, and it was a nice job. Manship had position there. I didn't hit the replay, but Manship had position, and the North Decatur defender had to kind of climb his back.
Yep. I think that's why you got the flag from this ref on the sideline, from the home sideline, and not there from the back judge. I think the back judge, with Manship running straight at him, it's hard to get that view, and you kind of defer to your partner there and hope he sees it. And I think that's the right call there.
Right. And I wish I would have hit it to replay, but I like that we went deep here early.
Yeah.
So see how that goes.
I think you'll plan to see a lot of aggression, or aggressive play calls, I should say, in the first half, trying to set that tone like we stated earlier.
Yep. So we got Eden in the backfield with QB, and we'll see. He looks like he hands it off to QB. QB up the middle, and he's going to gain about 3, I think.
Yeah, Wickard loses a helmet there. I'll have to come out for a play, so we'll see. You got Christian Wismick coming in to play backup center, most likely just for a play until Wickard can get back in.
And I haven't tried a replay, so we're just I'm gonna save one, and we'll try a random replay here just to see, make sure everything's working all right.
Your spidey senses tingling? You feeling something big coming?
I don't know. We'll see. Second and about 7. And Eden looks to throw. Short pass out to the flat.
Another
and
good
it's Voles.
5-6 yard pickup. Maybe a little shorter, but puts you in very third and manageable here.
And that's the nice thing about a quarterback like Elijah. He can throw it deep. He can hit the flat. And then he can just pull it down and make something happen with his legs as well. So, so far, pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So Eden in the back to hand off to QB. QB up the middle. Good head of steam.
Hole. Yeah.
And he's still going and dragging tacklers.
Feet,
so Mark QB, sophomore, last week had a huge run that kind of turned it. Let's see how this replay looks. So I don't know if I'll get it in. I'm just testing. But really, I mean, he put his head down and went. That looked like a James King run.
Yeah.
Like James is really good at just putting his head down and going.
Yep. Yeah, they have a little bit of alternating styles, and you love to have that combo in the backfield, that's for sure.
We have trips to this side, and Elijah rolls out, and he's going to throw it in toward the end zone, but
just
nope.
High.
Yep. Definitely not catchable over the head of Manship. And last week, Manship made a circus catch over there. Kind of got us on the board and going last week. So 2nd and 10, is that his first No, that's his first incompletion.
Yep. Well, besides the flag,
right.
I don't think you technically count that one as an incompletion. So
right now we won't have down and distance on the scoreboard, but as the night gets darker, we're hoping to. So
have 2nd and 10 here. Look for something a little bit more conservative in the play call.
Yep. And again, right up the middle.
Up the middle, yep.
And they're getting some push in the middle.
Yeah.
So like Mark's getting a yard or two before he even gets touched. And he's not really dancing around back there. He's just putting his head down and going.
Yeah.
So
and you got to think another conservative play coming here, as I think, unless Etch is thinking field goal, which I don't think he is, but you think this is 4-down territory all the way. So probably another conservative play. Little screen out here to Manship.
And was going to pick up
be a couple
about 2
yards
or 3.
short, I believe. About 4 yards short. 4 or 5.
So now you're 4th down and about 5. So a huge play here early on in this game.
Royals not even thinking about it here.
Could turn it. Elijah's, see if they're going to try to pull him off. Worked once earlier. As the play clock's winding down.
Got about 10 seconds.
So QB on his right side. And he is going to throw it. And he's going to pull it down. I think he's got enough for first down, and he may score. And he does score. Touchdown, Royals. And I'm going to fix the replay because I just realized it's not the correct size.
If you watch here on this replay, you'll have Rubel straight down the middle, just as he enters the end zone. Just as I thought Elijah could have had him, but honestly, I think that's the right play of the pull and keep. If you watch Rubel right there on the left side of the line.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I need to mess with some stuff to make sure I replay's the right size.
You're okay. Like I said, I think it was the right play. A good call from Eden there. Aaron Redmond on the field to take the extra point. Eden holding. Good snap, kick down. Ooh, and it's blocked. Blocked by the Charger defense. Snap may have been just a little bit high there, maybe thrown off some timing. But nonetheless, the Royals are on the board 6-0.
We're going to watch that replay while I try to fix it. So if there was something you were wanting to see.
Yeah, if you see Rubel there on the left side of the line, he's running straight down the field, and that should be Elijah's read there to see. But that safety does get there in the nick of time. And what a block there by Eli Manship out on the wide receiver position, able to come off his route and put a block there to help seal that touchdown for the Royals.
Yeah, there we go. Now we can see it. So, and I think other than the missed extra point, that's the exact start that the Royals wanted here.
Yes, absolutely.
And just looking back, last week, North Decatur had some special teams issues. They had a low snap, missed an extra point because of a low snap on last week, and then they had the snap over a punter's head. So both teams having a little bit of special team issues here early on in the season.
Yeah.
Let's see how the Royals defense does against North Decatur. Do want to thank everybody watching. We're up to 126 on YouTube and Facebook. So share it out there. Let us know. Let people know that we're on tonight. It's a big game, real important game, and really should be hopefully close game for both teams. And as it looks like Redmond's going to kick off, I'm sure Muckerhide.
Yep, Muckerhide's back there, and I believe it's Eldridge. Owen Eldridge is back there as well. Nope, excuse me. That would be Corbin Thackeray, number 29.
And they're good. They did a nice job at keeping Muckerhide there, kind of pinned in, and he couldn't see very well. And that was a strategic low kick because Muckerhide was trying to shade his eyes. The way our field is kind of laid out, it's using that to our advantage a little bit. So here's the defense for the Royals. Evan Wheeler, Logan Hoskins, Ethan Carter, Caden Rubel, Dom Shelby, Aiden Trueblood, Gabe Johnson, Cameron Voles, Garrett Shaw, Caden Willis, and Dylan Bowman. I'm hoping to do something new for the starters in the next stream, but we'll see if it happens.
Big push there by the Charger O-line. Able to pick up a good 5 or 6 there on the first down.
So quarterback is Morris for them, and who took that carry there? Did you see?
I missed the carry, yeah. It looks like Thackeray was back there.
Thackeray.
Yeah.
So Thackeray did not play last week. We were kind of anticipating him playing this week. And we saw there's a good pickup of about 1. It's going to force a 3rd and 3 or so. And we saw a big dose of Phelps last week. So number 48.
Yeah.
Against South Decatur. So 3rd and 3, big play right here.
Just like the Royals, I'd expect a lot of run by committee tonight, especially with the Heat. I think you see Thackeray a lot, Muckerhide out here, and then Phelps again. I think by committee, that's what the Chargers will be looking at tonight. You got Muckerhide out here by himself. Bowman is in lone coverage out here, no help. Looks his way.
Oop.
But we hit the flat.
Yep,
they hit the flat.
Xander Jones there. Big tight end.
They're already signaling first down. I think it's a little close myself, but
Yep.
the official on our sideline down here was very confident and pointed immediately as soon as the tackle was over.
And you're seeing Morris, Thackeray in the backfield. You're going to see Muckerhide do a lot of different things, but mostly he plays at the wide receiver position. Littmer will play a lot at the wide receiver position as well. And you just saw Xander Jones. And just like we did to them, North Decatur steals one back. Offsides. And trying to think of who the other one I wanted to talk about.
Offside against the Royals. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5.
Cooper Palmer also will play a factor in this game as well.
Yeah, Cooper looks like he is a fullback mostly in the offense, but was looking to get some dives there, or able to get some dives.
And there's Thackeray up the middle on the left side.
Yeah, able to scamper around and make something out of what could have been nothing there for the Chargers.
So 2nd down and 1.5 or so. And just a heads up, if you ever see a link in a live stream, never click on it. So it's one of the most annoying things about live streaming are the spam links that we deal with. All right, here's Morris under center. And Muckerhide in motion.
Yep.
They're going to throw to him. Got him in space.
Flat. Yep. I think that's the game plan.
He's quick. He's got a lot. Oh, yeah, can't let him get off to that.
Yeah, that cutback is dangerous.
Right side. It was making me a little nervous seeing that open field on the right side.
Yeah, if he could have got away from that one block there, I think he may have had some more field to make some things happen there. But good job by the Royal defense to swarm and continue to just make that tackle.
And here it is. They just put him in motion, and he was
that's a tough
open
play for a defense. You got to take the two guys deep and respect the deep shot, but understand that the game plan is most likely to get it to, Muckerhide as much as offense. So we'll see if the Royals make an adjustment here later on in the game.
There's Thackeray, and he's just carrying
good
people.
Hard run there.
Yeah, he's got a good 6 yards there, and about 3 of them were Royals on his back.
Yeah, you got a four fresh linemen coming in here for the Royals.
Thackeray on the carry for the Chargers, taken down by a whole group of Royal tacklers. Good for a 5-yard gain.
So Morris gets the call. He comes into the huddle. And the Royals went right down the field. Now North Decatur kind of doing the same.
Yeah.
Looks like Thackeray in the backfield with Morris. And they're going to hand it off to Morris or Thackeray on the right side. And
nothing much there.
Yeah, who was that on defense?
Hoskins looks like he was there for the initial, and then there was a swarm of Royals to help clean it up.
Yeah.
I think Grubel helped stretch it out. Kind of made it hard for Thackeray to get anywhere. So that was a great play by the Royal defense, able to keep them in 3rd and 5. Keeps the playbook open for them, but gives your defense a little bit more confidence.
Right.
Again, you're in that weird kind of the part of the field. You may see a little bit of a conservative play call here from the Chargers just to pick up a couple of yards for a 4th and short, but
so
Muckerhide in motion.
Yep, they're going to go to the exact same play.
Looking to the flat.
This time, be smart. Okay, but Muckerhide dropped that one.
Yeah.
And,
I think definitely a catchable ball. Coaches always tell you if it hits you, if both hands touch it, you should be making that catch. Royals keeping everybody in. They have the punt team out here.
That's Morris back there, so you got to be aware of a fake.
Bowles back deep for the Royals. Edge doesn't like it, and we're going to make sure we got everything talked through here.
Yeah, there's a lot of – I didn't watch to pay attention to the punter. Is that who they have listed as the punter?
No, they have Odell listed as the punter. 80's their kicker. So if 80's not on the field, there's reason to believe there might be
you throw your quarterback back there.
Yeah.
Now
and you have Palmer right there, too.
Yes.
Palmer was not far behind the line. And he had some runs last week. He was able to pick up, let me see here. Palmer he was one of their leading scorers, had 2 touchdowns, and he did lead in receiving. He had 64 yards receiving. He didn't actually have any carries. I thought he had more carries, but so
I think that definitely caught their attention. Now it'd be interesting to see what they decide to do. One thing I was a little disappointed in last week is the punt receiving. I just hate when we let punts hit the ground. I know it's a risk-reward thing, but last night it seemed like – or last week, Frankton gained so many yards because of the ball hitting the ground.
But on the turf field, it's really hard because once it hits, they typically roll and roll and roll. There's not much stopping it on a turf field.
So it'd be nice to see us get catch one. And this time we're not looking in the sun. We'll see.
Yeah.
And that's if they punt it. They may change their mind right now and just go for it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting
after that
to see if they
timeout.
pull the offense back out or leave that main punt group back in.
Well, it looks like Voles is going to go back as if it is going to be a punt, but and it seemed like a long
Morris
time
is
out.
still going back here. Yeah. We still got Morris Palmer on the field.
Where's Muckerhide? Is he off?
He ran off initially. I don't know if the timeout he snuck back on. Nope. I see a number 10 over there on the sideline talking to the coaches. So Muckerhide is off the field, but it doesn't appear that there's anybody real deep to punt here.
Yeah.
They're going tight. Voles creeps all the way back up.
Wishbone almost actually.
Yep. Palmer in motion. We got strong right here for the Chargers.
Maybe trying to draw him off.
I think so. We'll see if the Chargers go ahead and
So there's a timeout by the Chargers. So a little mind games going on here. Chess here has both teams called timeouts.
Yeah, from two really good and experienced coaches.
Yes.
Stern with 21 years under his belt. Etch with a little bit less, but not much less, 13.
Right. So we're going to actually take a quick commercial break. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the Sports
Discover
Network.
the taste of summer at Paxton Farm Sweet Corn. Located just north of Maxwell, 2 miles west of State Road 9 on 600 North. Our sweet corn is handpicked, bringing sunshine to every bite. But that's not all. Capture picturesque memories in our fields of vibrant sunflowers, perfect for photos. Bring the joy of Paxton Farm Sweet Corn to your summer gatherings. Visit us today and experience the sweetness that keeps people coming back for more. Find us on Facebook, Paxton Farm Sweet Corn. Paxton Farm Sweet Corn, the sweetest taste of summer.
All right. And it is a fake
to Palmer.
And
the Royals swallowed it up.
Nice job by the Royals. And you got to think, every one of those timeouts had to be like a thought of what could they do here for both teams. And I just
so looks like a swarm, but Dylan Bowman there for the initial contact was straight downhill.
And that could have been a big momentum play for both.
It looked like Trueblood was there first, and then Bowman helped finish it off.
All right. So huge play there.
Yeah.
And we'll see if the Royals can take advantage of it on the turnover on downs. We've got 3:13 left in the first.
Back to pass. Looking for a shot. Nothing there.
He had all day.
Well covered downfield.
And he's going to pick up some. Oh, and that's got to be. And that's awfully far off the white line there. He had all day, really, to look.
Yeah.
So well covered. That was a good job on the secondary.
Defended, yes. Well defended by the Chargers secondary. Don't like to see your quarterback take those shots there, especially at the end. But Eden, from experience from last year and then coming into this year, I think we all know that he's more than capable of carrying the ball and willing to take those hits.
All right. So it's 2nd and about 6, and Eden back. And he's going to fake the handoff to QB.
Tipped it.
Yep, that was close. But Rubel, no, it wasn't Rubel. Who was it that came down with that? Bowman comes down with it after the deflection there by the
Cohen Thackeray at the DN position was able to get a hand up over Rubel and get a hand on it. And great concentration by Dylan Bowman to come down with that.
And a big break for the Royals, too. Yeah. So is that James King up the middle?
James King stuffed. He gets a little bit more.
Yeah, but it's not.
He fell forward. He's awful close to that line. We'll see where they spot him.
They spotted him way back.
They blew blew him dead from forward progress. But it was an awful late whistle there.
Well, this play worked last time, but if not how it was designed last week. So we'll see. They went to it.
About 13 seconds left on the play clock.
Probably going to call another timeout. Yep.
Interesting.
So they had Caden Rubel under center. Last week we ran this play, kind of a sneak. He got stuffed by Frankton, but then somehow he came out of it and gained a 30-some-yard run to get the first down. In fact, the announcers from last week thought it was that he had picked it up, a fumble. They didn't realize that he was actually under center.
Okay.
So now we'll see what the Royals decide to do with just a fourth and short. You could put Redmond out there and punt it and make it hard for them to catch it, or you could go for it here.
Yeah. Still have Eden on the field, so you have the feeling the Royals are going to go for it. King's off on the sideline now. Kuby back in. Yeah.
This is you got a lot of plays you can go to here. Fourth and short.
Yeah. And Edge has an interesting formation that he likes to go to with, I believe he has Rubel and shotgun when he runs it.
Oh, yeah.
And they have two guys kind of at a wing position to help kind of block and lead up. But we got Eden in the shotgun with Kuby back there. We got Bowman, and I believe that's Braden Sullivan making his return out there to the far side of the field. Hand off to Kuby.
Yep.
Able to get it.
Yep, nice.
The field's clear.
And they really just did a nice job sealing off that far side, and Kuby just followed his blocks. And like I said, the Royals' offensive line's been pretty impressive, I think, tonight.
Yeah, I think it'll be a real a key to the game, if you will, to see which line holds up the best. I know there's guys who play both ways from both lines on offense and defense, so you always know your skill guys are in shape, but it might come down to which line is in shape tonight.
Kuby off to the right side. He does get the
Key
corner.
Blocked by Manship. Oh, but they got flag on the field.
Oh, there's a flag. So we'll see.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't think it was on Manship. I would be surprised if they called that on Manship. He had his hands inside. He looked clean.
Eden just had a reaction of a head back. So it looks like it's a hold on somebody. I did replay it. I don't know if we'll see it.
If you watch Bowman here, Bowman, I thought, may have got away with one. I don't know if the ref just couldn't get to it in time. He's in his back more than anything, though, so maybe there where he takes him down, Rubel takes that kid down. I don't know. Maybe that's what the ref was looking at, but
so we'll see.
New rule this year is that holdings aren't from the spot of the foul anymore, but from the line of scrimmage.
Oh, wow.
So be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the year, but that one kind of goes against the Royals there as the hold was coming from downfield.
Eden's going to pick up quite a few. Yep.
Able to get most of that flag back and then a little bit some.
Yep.
Yeah.
So nice job. And
another good run.
They tried to get pressure up the middle there. He was almost, crawling after him.
Yeah.
And Elijah just immediately pulled the ball down and got a big pickup.
Yeah, I love to have a mobile quarterback like that able to get out of the pocket. Makes it really hard for a defense to figure out what blitzes you can throw at him if he is able and willing to run like that.
So Eden in the backfield, and he's going to hand it off to Kuby up the middle, and he does a nice cut.
Should be enough for the first down.
Yep, he's right at
the 30.
Yeah,
so.
He's right there. So they're going to give him the first down. So the Royals manage to not be hurt by that penalty.
Yep. Good couple plays to pick up that first down and keep it rolling. 52 seconds left here in the first. Be interesting to see if the Royals take a shot here on first and just outside of the red zone here on their own 31.
And it looks like Manship on this side and Redmond and who's in motion, Bowman.
Yep.
And the handoff is to Kuby on the left side.
A couple blocks.
Yes, and he cuts it up, and there he's still going, and they can't get him down. He may score, and he does.
What a run.
What a job by Mark Kuby. I mean, he's a sophomore, but that was a man run right there.
That was a very good run.
I mean, he makes a nice cut right at the beginning. I know we're a little delayed on the voice on this, but he makes a nice cut, and then he just breaks tackle after tackle.
Able to escape 5 or 6 tackles there. Wow.
And now you just need to see what do we do here.
Yeah, after the miscue on the first one.
And, you know, I'm a little surprised that when we scored, watching a lot of Coach Etch games, I was a little surprised.
Direct snap to Bowman. Oh, he's in. Easy.
Yep.
No question. There's the signal.
What I was going with there is I'm really surprised that we kicked the extra point, attempted the extra point the first time, because in the history of watching Coach Etch coach teams, he likes to get teams chasing points.
Yes.
So if you can get 8 points,
Right.
8-0 lead, then you're forcing your opponent to go for 2, and they may not want to go for 2.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of interesting that he went for extra point. He might not ever do that again now. The one time he does it, we get the extra point blocked.
Yeah.
So 14-0 here, and I don't think the Royals could ask for a better start here in the first quarter.
First quarter, this is about all you've ever wanted. 2 possessions, drive down the field, hold a majority of the clock. Defense, you stick your you stick your heels in the ground and hunker down on defense after a couple good hard runs from Thackeray. So this will be an imperative good start to the second quarter as well for the Royals to keep this momentum rolling.
And another thing I want to just talk about Redmond. He's a weapon in a lot of ways. He has a variety of kickoffs too. He can kick it in the end zone. He can kick it high and kind of make them have to wait for it to come down. He's got the onside kicks. He has like a little halfway onside kick. I don't know what the right terms are for these.
Yeah.
And then we saw a low squib.
Just to call him a pooch, where they kick it off to the sideline. The Chargers moving guys up. I thought there may have been a hole right there that he could have put it in, placed it in.
Yep, and there's that one we were talking about.
I feel like they almost aimed for somebody. That's 34, able to get some yards.
Yep. And there they
34, Dylan Coons there.
And it looked like North Decatur was waiting for that one.
Yep.
But
almost
you could
felt
see
it coming.
You could see that maybe, like, again, you're up 14-0, like, go for the throat, try to, make a big play to keep the ball, I thought.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of the strategy there, idea. But now the Chargers have a short field, and we'll see. They moved the ball fairly well and just got stuffed on the fake punt.
Another key interesting thing to watch here is number 57 on the D-line for the Royals. Joe Hollenball, this is his first game out this year for the Royals.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't play last week, and there he is as part of a group. Almost right on cue there
that's a good call
for Joseph. So,
and who was that ran? Because was that Thackeray again? But they lost a yard there. Big Joe.
Oh yeah.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
First quarter for the Royals there.
And the Royals lead 14-0 after one, and we'll see how the second quarter starts. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the EH Sports Network.
Car that sparkling clean shine it deserves. Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
That money will be turned into a teaching lesson with a high school essential skills classroom. The classroom will be picking items off the...
All right, we're back, and the Royals with a 14-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. And I don't, like we were mentioning, I don't think the Royals could ask for a better start on how they've played so far. We're going to flip ends of the field. And well, hopefully the defense, a big stop last time, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 as we come back from the quarter break. And Morris. We haven't seen Morris use his legs yet, and that was a big factor last week.
He's been under center a lot.
What a play. I get the number, that's 20. 20
Is
is
that Gabe Johnson?
Gabe Johnson just I mean, he was there right when he took the handoff and tripped him up. So,
yeah, really good play. Way to get downhill there from Gabe, and able to really just to dive at Muckerheit's feet and make something happen.
So that's going to make it 3rd and about
15 or 16.
Yeah, 16. That's a make Morris have to throw it here.
Mm-hmm. Got big Xander Jones out there to the far side of the field.
You definitely got to know where Muckerheit is.
Empty in the backfield for the Chargers.
And
high snap.
Oh, and he's open, and that's going to be – he beats Caden Willis, and nice hustle by Willis, though, to stop him, save the touchdown, and that was Ty Littmer.
They do have a flag. That's an interesting spot for a flag there. See what the call is, because unless it just fell out, I don't know.
There's the replay on that.
What the call is.
And really, Littmer just ran right by Willis. Oh, so
okay.
that, yeah.
Did just fall out. Yep, fall out right there. So if you go back and watch that, I know we may have a little bit of time here. Hoskins there in the center almost feels like it's a screen. He backs off of the rush. Maybe able to get in there and make a hit and maybe deter that pass, but maybe thinking a little more than he should there and flowing back for a screen pass.
And really, I think Willis wasn't prepared for Littmer just to run right by.
Mm-hmm. Back to Thackeray. Jacob Wickard with a nice tackle in the hole there. Thackeray had a hole, may have been able to score, but Jacob with a good tackle.
And it's going to be 2nd and goal. And see if the Royals can hold. They had a goal line stand last week, forced a field goal attempt. In a similar situation here.
Robbins is good about getting his guys fired up on the defensive side of the ball, so I know they're amped up right now and they're ready. They're not going to back off by any means. Same play to Phillips. Stuff short again.
Yep, nice
maybe a
tackle.
couple yards there. Still about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
Yep.
Maybe 3rd and 2 from where the ball's placed. It's hard to tell where the official on the Chargers sideline is, but
2-yard gain on the play will be 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 from our announcer here.
Yep. I can't see very well here, so.
Yeah, you're right in the blind spot. Royal crowd picking up a little bit of energy here, trying to help the boys on the field. The cowbells start to chime a little bit more. Send a guy in motion that looks like Xander Jones. Dive play to Phillips. Oh, he makes a move.
I think he's
It's going to be close. No call. He calls him short.
Yep.
Another hold for the defense. 4th and it's inches at this point. 4th and inches for the North Decatur offense. Down 14-0 on away. Here come the Royal fans. Getting loud and showing support. North Decatur's getting loud on their sideline too. This is a big stand for whichever team is able to come away with it here. Phillips and Palmer in the backfield. Muckerheit back there too. Muckerheit's going to be in the Wildcat. Takes it. Dives.
Oh, he's going to.
Oh, he's so close. No call yet. Still nothing.
Oh, they're going to call it a touchdown. So Muckerheit in the Wildcat.
Wow.
But it wasn't easy. It was not easy.
No, there was nothing easy about that play. I don't know. Woo. I don't know about that one. Feels like a tough call from the official on our sideline to make as the play went away from him. They just, I think both guys were looking at each other hoping the other one would make it.
Yes.
And just so happened that the guy on our sideline made the call first. So
I didn't replay it, but I don't think our replay would have showed anything.
It was awful close. One of those where you almost have to be on the field to know if it was actually in or not. Kick is up and through for the Chargers.
So the Chargers respond with a score after getting down 14-0. and Royals will take over here. All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the Sports Network.
Attention car owners. Has your vehicle seen better days? Introducing Dents Automotive, your go-to solution for those unsightly dents and dings. Our expert technicians use state-of-the-art techniques to restore your car's beauty like magic. Whether it's a minor ding or a pesky dent, we've got you covered. With years of experience and a passion for perfection, we'll have your car looking like new in no time. Don't let dents cramp your style. Visit Dents Automotive today and drive away with a smile. Your car deserves the best. Dents Automotive, where excellence meets restoration.
For North Decatur is Aiden Odell.
All right, we come back. 8:38 left here in the first half, and I thought pretty good ball game here.
Yeah.
You got two really good football teams.
Yes.
You got the number 4 team in 1A, and the Royals, I think, are going to have a real solid year this year. So
yeah,
they're very competitive.
Much improved from last year.
Yes.
Yeah, you have the feeling that this one could turn into a shootout, and maybe just a couple mistakes are what makes the difference in this game.
It shows how good our pregame is because we were talking about the defense.
Yep. Yeah.
So nice long kick. That is caught by the up guy.
Don Shelby. Yep. Able to make a couple moves. Pretty good return there for Shelby, who doesn't touch the ball very often.
And that's got to be a hard catch. You know, that was a low catch, looking into the sun.
Right at his face, yeah.
And so nice job handling that. He made it look a lot easier than it was.
Yes, yeah.
And so the Royals are going to come back on offense. And we've had a nice balance between Elijah throwing the ball, Mark running the ball.
Yeah, you got James back in there now, hopefully to give Mark a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, it's going to be important to give some guys some breaks.
Yeah, yeah. See Bowman down here on the sideline finally out too, getting a break from offense and defense.
Eden's going to throw deep, and it's going
to
Braden Sullivan.
What a
catch! Nice job, Braden Sullivan. And welcome back, Braden Sullivan.
Absolutely.
If you don't know the story, he tore his ACL a year ago in this game, and he just came back and made a huge play there. I don't know if we'll have time to see the replay because we're getting ready. We're right up on the ball again already. But nice job, Braden Sullivan.
Great catch. Way to go up and get it. Way to just put it up there for him, too.
You feel good for him because, you know, it's been a long year of getting back.
Yep. As we're waiting here for the play, I was able to get a quote from Braden today. He said, "Don't let a moment of pain ruin a lifetime of happiness." He said, if that one doesn't work for you, tell him, "I'm back, baby."
That sounds more like Braden. Oh, and nice job by the Chargers, number 51. Owen Wiseman.
61, Connor Larison, I believe, was in there for the initial pressure. And then,
once he got a hold of
Wiseman was
Elijah's
able, to finish it off. Backs the Royals up about 4 yards for about a 2nd and 14 coming up here. On the Charger, looks like 24-yard line. Got trips to the right for the Royals. Quick screen pass out there to Voles. Got some running room. Picks up a good 5 or 6 there for the Royals. Able to get it back to about 3rd and manageable. 3rd and, let's say, 8.
Good for about a 6-yard gain.
And the sun is slowly moving down.
Yeah. Maybe cooling off just a little bit.
Started the game, it was 86 degrees with a very, very light wind.
Got trips to the left here. A fake handoff and a design. I don't know if that was a design keep or a read. Looks like Edge is going to play it safe, and I believe this may either be that package I was telling you about earlier, or
it looks like a field goal to me.
Yeah,
looks like Redmond's a field goal to me.
4th and 11 is hard to come up with, so see if Redmond can put one through here.
We're looking at about a 38-yard attempt.
well within the range of Redmond, I believe.
Oh, yeah. And it is long enough, but is it wide? And it is wide left. And that's a bad thing about this camera is I don't think it wouldn't follow the ball. So you have to trust us. It was definitely long enough.
Yeah.
It just went wide left.
He's definitely got the boot to make those kind of kicks. Just
At this time, with all
was off just a touch. We got an official timeout down on the field. Looks like we're going to take a quick water break.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Player safety's first.
Yep. So, I was trying to see if there's anything I wanted to. Yeah, let's talk about. Let me find if I can find the right button here. We are on YouTube. We're 10 subscribers last time I checked from 1,700. So we're getting right up there. So if you want to see our live streams in the future, that's the best way to do it. Or like us on Facebook. We're on Facebook as well. And we're on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. And so you can find us there as well. And, of course, we're a part of the Champions Network of IHSAA TV. And you can check us out there as well. So lots of places you can find us. If you say you can't find the link to the video, you probably didn't look very hard because there's a lot of places: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, IHSAA TV. Most of our streams are all in those locations. And when we'll do some like middle school games and stuff. What's your middle school game next week?
We are home against Pendleton. Yep, home against Pendleton.
I just about hit the wrong button. About showed the trivia question. That was going to be bad. You say home against who?
Pendleton Heights.
Home against Pendleton. So you'll be able to catch that stream on YouTube next week. And it looks like Morris is going to roll out and throw it. Good pass and catch.
Xander Jones.
I thought that was a good hit. I thought he dropped it, but no, he held on to it.
Yeah, good hands there by Jones, able to reel it in and keep it in.
I think part of the reason I thought he dropped it is because if that was me and I caught that and I got hit that hard, I would have dropped it.
The ball looked like it may have been bobbling around in there a little bit, but yeah, good hit from Cameron Bowles there.
And so Chargers looking to tie this game up going into halftime. And they're going to flip it to Muckerhide, kind of misdirection there, reverse type of thing. And Muckerhide gets loose, and then he can't let him get in the open field.
He's fast. Woo. Shaw with a good attempt there at a strip. Muckerhide able to hold on to it. But those are two really good positive plays for the Chargers there.
Yeah, and he's just, I mean, you got to keep Muckerhide out of the open field, and that was getting very scary.
Trueblood had him, and then his arms just went dead or something there and wasn't able to keep it going.
He was one of our players to watch for tonight's game. And he's on this side with Willis now defending him. And it's it's going to be Morris up the middle. Kind of faked the handoff to Thackeray and then ran right up the middle. And that's the first time we really seen Morris use his legs. He had a lot of success last week against South Decatur running the football.
Might see the Chargers pick up the pace here a little bit, try and keep the Royals on their heels.
Yeah.
That's three consecutive plays for first downs for the North Decatur Chargers here.
You got a better angle here.
Yep, I'll help you out. We got Muckerhide out here to the near side of the field, Morris under center. Muckerhide in motion. Looks like a quick screen. Nope, out to the flat to Xander Jones. Willis able to literally pick him up.
Oh, now that's a little much. Come on. Oh, yeah, the flag is correct. So I'm just showing some frustration.
There's a late flag there from an official. I wonder if 10 isn't going to get one of his own, if the ref just felt the need to join the party there.
Yeah,
that was picking up is fine and it's playful and all, but you can't throw the kid down afterwards.
Yes, that was especially that late. Play was over.
Yeah,
that's frustrating. So Do want to thank everybody watching. Hey, I always do like to hear where people are watching from. We got somebody watching from Talladega, Alabama. So where are you watching from? Anybody from the far distance of Wilkinson?
Mucker Hyde in motion again. It's a dive to Palmer, and then he's going to go in almost untouched. The safety got to him, I believe. That was Shaw was able to put a hit on him, but it was too late. So.
And I actually couldn't see it. Here's the replay. I was watching the wrong guy. So Palmer.
Yeah, Mucker Hyde demands so much of your attention there that when you put him in motion, you see 3 or 4 Royals there go with him. And Palmer able just to kind of sneak straight up the middle and carry out that fake, if you will, for the Chargers.
So momentum definitely in the Chargers' favor here as I think Odell's in to kick the extra point.
We got whistles. We're going to wave that kickoff. Offsides on the defense, most likely just lined up offside. So they'll move it a yard and a half closer, and we'll kick again.
So we got someone watching from California, apparently.
Are they questioning if they're from California?
And there's someone from Ocala, Florida watching tonight. We have gone global, or domestic, continental. We used to have viewers from Japan every weekend.
That's pretty impressive.
When we had some graduates that were over there for overseas.
Kick is up.
Nope.
And good. 14-14 now the game with 4:15 left here in the second quarter. Momentum completely swinging back to the Chargers here. We'll see what the Royals can do here on offense to try their best to get it back. Quick drive there from North Decatur to tie this game back up. And like I said, just swing that momentum back in their favor. So
we'll have to see how we respond here.
Yeah.
Because there's still an opportunity here to have a good little drive here. You go in to halftime.
Yeah.
But what you don't want to do is have a turnover, them score, because they're going to get the kickoff in the third quarter.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely want to, if you can, put some points here on the board going to halftime. With the momentum back on your side and able to come out ahead when they get the ball back still in the third quarter.
All right. And we're getting close. We're going to have down and distance here for the second half, so I could probably do it right now, but it takes a little while to set up, so we have to wait till the sun. The direction our scoreboard is, it just does not like the sun. So we will have down and distance in the second half, and we will definitely for the second half. Who's back? Is it Shaw and Voles again?
You got Shaw, Voles back. You got Brennan Trueblood. Not Brennan Trueblood. Aiden Trueblood, excuse me. Ethan Sipes, and then we got Dom Shelby here as the 5 guys back. Good kick there from Odin all the way back. Voles touches it, but it still goes into the end zones for a touchback. Plays over.
Yep. Once the ball goes in the end zone, you cannot bring it out. Is that correct, the rule?
Yeah. Yep. So. In high school, as soon as it goes in, no matter if you touch it or not, it should be a touchback. Now in the NFL and college, I believe it's different. So almost a good thing there for the Royals.
We have lots of people here watching from some interesting locations.
Got an Oklahoma, someone from Oklahoma watching. Got a text from someone in Oklahoma. Shout out to Mr. Carlton in Oklahoma. Eden takes the snap, looks to the far side of the field through, I believe, Eli Manship's hand there. A rare miscue from Eden to Manship there.
And we haven't really gone that way to Eli too much so far like we did last week. We really relied on him in the passing game.
Yeah, I think he's been looked at. He was looked at twice, I believe, there in the first quarter, one in the end zone shot. He got the pass interference on the one. This is his first look here in the second quarter. But, yeah, if you get 140 yards the week before, you better expect some attention the next week.
Kubi.
Good run by Kubi. Good push from the offensive line.
I think I even saw in the Indianapolis area he was in the top 5
yes.
In receiving yards.
Definitely within the top 10 for the first week in receiving yards. So within some good company there throughout the state. It's going to bring about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 for the Royals. Again, looking to carry some momentum here into halftime. Edon in the backfield again with Kubi.
Big down here.
Vols here in the slot to the near side of the field. Redmond to the near side. We got a pass. Looking for the middle to Vols.
Yep. Really well defended. Vols wants a flag, but I think it was pretty well defended.
Pretty well defended. I think the sideline and maybe Vols are looking for, he may have had that hand there just a little early, but for the most part, that was pretty solid defense. I don't think he never twisted him. He was just on his back. Muckerhide with, he may have been just a touch early. I don't even think he twisted him. I think he may have just been in his back a little early, and that may have been just enough to throw off the concentration of Vols there. But no other choice here for the Royals but to punt the ball away and hope that your defense can hold now and then hopefully maybe get the ball back with a minute or so left, depending on good high punt from Redmond.
Roll.
Takes a sideways bounce, not the bounce you want as a punter, but no return from Muckerhide, so
all right.
See if the Royals can come out here on defense and what you always want is a 3-and-out here from as any coach on this sideline. Use a couple timeouts to save some time, but we'll see here what the Chargers have dialed up. I wouldn't expect anything less than maybe a shot here on 1st down with a Muckerhide look or a Jones look. Jones has been everywhere on the field tonight and come up with 2 or 3 good catches so far.
And Alexander Jones' dad is watching there from Illinois. So glad you could join us.
Appreciate your service, sir.
Yeah. And a run up the middle.
Morris, yep.
Morris kind of faked the handoff.
Yep, pulled it for the keep.
And this is a huge hope. Morris goes out to. Was that Morris? Morris is off on the. Oh, he's
just getting the play. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just watching him, just making sure there's nothing fishy going on here.
You and half of the Royals defense, I believe. Got to know where Morris, Muckerhide, and Jones are at all times right now. Not to leave anybody else out, but they've been carving up the Royal defense here in the 2nd quarter.
Muckerhide in motion.
Looking for a quick pass.
Oh, good pressure.
Oh, Evan Turner not able to come up with it. Morris making a couple moves. Sideline. He's down just about a yard short there. Good job by the Royal defense to keep him from picking up the 1st down and making the Chargers try and pick up this 3rd and short.
So, yep. So, got to get a stop. Got to dig deep here. Because, like I said, we got to keep him out of we can't allow a score here going into halftime because that would be a devastating.
Yeah. Anything, obviously you want the ball back before half, but I think anything besides a score is you're happy with here.
That's
run up the middle.
1st down.
He's still moving. We had him wrapped up there, and then he just kind of escapes. It's 2 or 3 times here we've had guys wrapped up from the Chargers, and they just keep churning those feet and knocking out a couple more yards.
Yep. And so see a lot more success from the Chargers. Early on, our line really, I thought, controlled North Decatur early on. But the tides are turning quickly here.
Yeah, this is where you start to wonder if this might be a conditioning issue or if it was just the Chargers taking their time finding their groove.
And
Morris with a fake.
Yep.
Boots finds his guy. I believe that's 28, Jack Cohen.
Yep, and that's a really good throw and catch.
Yeah.
And Cohen found, was that Littmer or who was it, Cohen?
I believe Cohen was it.
So
28?
he found the stick. I guess they're going to say he's short.
Just short.
Wow.
We're going to have the referee come over and look at it.
But it looks many.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call him just short, so literally 2nd and what I would almost say centimeters. But
yeah, I thought he did a nice job at getting right there at the sticks and
able to get out of bounds and save yourself a timeout too.
Yep.
Chargers still with 2 timeouts, Royals with 1 here.
And one of the better throws. I mean, I watched their game last week against South Decatur, and I thought that was one of his better throws right there.
Yeah, he put that one right on the money. Speaking of timeouts,
Yep.
Chargers take one.
I don't know if my timeouts are right on the scoreboard, but they have it right up there. Yeah, each team has one now.
One now, yeah. Yep.
So we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the EH Sports Network.
One thing I love about Ninestar is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. Encourage everybody to realize what an asset this Ninestar cooperative is. They give back and they have so much to offer.
Ninestar is a different kind of company, and the difference is
All right. Sorry. All right, did you have us off? Or you had me off?
I had me off. I'll get you next time.
So we're back. But I think we talking during the timeout. That was a timeout that was that wasn't to set the next play up. That was a discussion to the officials.
Yeah, I think he wanted a little extra
like
time
to
get maybe an explanation for why that wasn't a first down.
But
interesting. I mean, interesting technique. Usually you want just move on to the next play is what you always tell your kids. But I guess Stern needed a little bit more there for himself.
So it's going to be second and short here. Morris under center.
Palmer in motion. Goes back. That would be Thackeray right up the gut for a good 3-4 yard gain for the Chargers. Able to pick up a first down, and the Chargers are hurrying up back to the line.
Yeah.
Royals trying to make a substitution, not going to be able to get there. Gabe Johnson back off the field. Another power play there for the Chargers, not going anywhere.
Good job by the defensive
Carson
line.
Smith and Braden Hill there to make first contact. Again, Chargers trying to get back to the line as quick as possible, only with one timeout left. Royals in trouble, trying to make a quick defensive substitution.
Timeout.
Not able to get there.
So Royals used their last timeout.
Hedge talking with his staff there, trying to make sure everybody's on the same page next time.
And that would have been a free 5 yards. Would have set up second and still about 7, but you're at the point now where you want to keep him out of the end zone. This is important. You don't want to give him any free yards here with less than a minute till halftime. So a well-used timeout. We will have a trivia question, the Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question. We'll do that, remind me, at the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, and see if you can figure out our trivia question. We usually have really good participation with that.
Oh, there's an Ireland.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm scrolled all the way.
Wow.
Nice. I think they may win the award.
That's
farthest viewer.
Chargers spread here. You got Morris in the backfield, Muckerhide in the near side, wide receiver. Morris back to pass, straight across the middle.
Whoa! With no way, is it? Oh, they're good. He's running with them.
He's pointing.
We're gonna replay.
The official on the far sidelines calling it an interception.
So we're gonna replay this. I don't know.
The officials are going to have to come together here and figure out what's happening.
This is very interesting. I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything.
Jones comes across the middle of the field. It looks like a good catch. He's just going to go down.
Oh, and it pops up.
I think they're going to – I mean, there's no replay, but from what we're seeing, if he catches it and he lands, he's down. It's not the NFL.
Oh, and it pops up.
Yeah.
Down.
Pops up into Vols' arms.
But did he have control of it?
That's the other question you got to ask yourself.
Because you'd have to be down and with control, correct?
Yes.
So
one would think. So you got multiple aspects to look at here. For if you're the officials, do you go with what's called on the field as an interception, or do you give them the catch Then the second question is
And
if they give them the catch, how do you know where he caught it? Because all the officials met there at midfield.
I would love to be standing next to Etch.
Etch doesn't look
Our
unhappy.
offense is on the
Offense is
field,
on
but
the
we're
field.
moving back there. So are they saying we're down at that point? Our ball there?
I believe the whistle was blown.
Oh, so maybe
So
an
it's
inadvertent
whistle calls it dead there.
Got you. That's what's good to have an official in the
Stern
booth.
does not seem happy, so I do believe the Royals will keep possession here with 57. No, excuse me, I'm looking at the replay. 46.9 seconds left here in the first half, and that is what you want if you are the Royals defense.
No.
Whether it's the right call or not, if you're a Royals fan, that's exactly what you wanted.
So I'm going to guess it was an inadvertent whistle.
Yeah, I think that's what calls the play dead there. Eden on the rollout, can't find one of his two open wide receivers here between Sullivan and Bowman. He split the difference.
Yes, I was getting ready to say. He had Sullivan on one side, Bowman on the other, and he threw it right between them.
I think he was hoping somebody was either going to continue towards the sideline or maybe Sullivan cut back in and make that catch. But
you do have to remember,
incomplete is just about as good there as anything else.
And we're out of timeouts here.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing here.
Yeah, you don't want to go through all these 4 downs or 3 downs and use barely any of the clock. So we'll see here what we get for a play call. There's a run. We'll see if the Chargers take their last time out. Good hard run for a couple yards. I think it doesn't look like the Royals are in very much of a hurry, so it looks like we may run one more just to run one. Don't have to run one, so we'll see here.
Looks like Elijah
wants to go.
Something.
I think Etch is content mailing this one in to go to the locker room and talk about some things and come out and being ready for the second half. Excuse me.
So that's going to be halftime. Halftime is going to involve a youth league and a middle school teams, and so they're going to be recognized here. We'll try to do the best we can with some audio, and we're going to go into halftime here, and the Dave's Express Care Car Wash with a 14-14 tie. And we will have the youth league recognition here. So, what an exciting first half, and I think it's kind of what we were hoping for. Tie game here, both teams being very competitive, getting after it, and we're going to kind of hold off here, and we'll have the youth recognition and football players and cheerleaders. So we'll be right back after the break.
Coaches Kara Petrie and Emily Sheets. Micah Avery. Peyton Drew. Hattie Sheets. April Vickers. Evelyn Cliff. Presley Wilson. And Paisley Maynard. Now for your third and fourth squad, coached by Crystal Myers, Lexi O'Meara, Aubrey Maraska, Julia Maraska, Noah Meyer, Laura Lee Caudill, Scarla Roberts, Adeline Haynes, Kinsey Hinckley, Kinley Spiegel, Chloe Blair, Isabel Blair, and Trinity Stanley. Now for your 5-6 squad, coaches Sherilyn Denny, Michelle Aguado, and Lexi Mattingly, Hazel Wilhoit, Sienna Aguado, Madison Gray, Aria Conley, Sophia Collis, Kennedy Markley, Jocelyn Meggie, Brayley Key, Allie Wilson, and Aurora Downer. Let's hear it for your cheerleaders. And now your youth football. Your Riley Settigren Foundation Blue Team of the Flag Football League. Coaches Brad Nicholson and Casey Keller. Lucas Burnett. Elijah Scott, Zeppelin James, Braxton Meggie, Bo Keller, and Atticus Hinckley. Now for your Daily Reporter white team of the Flag Football League. Coaches Chad Sisk and Dan Visa. Decker Visa. Watson Collison. Colin Harder. Finley Coleman. Cole Maraska. Austin Richardson. Kerrigan Sisk. And now your Mossy Oak Properties black team of the Flag Football League. Head coach Logan Worrell and Lana Mager. Duke Tompkins. Colt Mager. Sawyer Lowe. Everett Easel. Easton Worrell. Hayden Rogers. Carter Maraska. And Tucker Harris. Let's hear it for your Flag Football League. Now for your New Jack Industries first and second grade tackle team. Coaches Derek Collison and Chad Sisk. Parker Nicholson. Esteban King. Cooper Youngclaws. Drew Sisk. Connor Lowry. Forrest Collison. Charles Sparks. Foster Jenkins. Worth Simmons. Easton Mowry. Reed Nicholson. Emmett Mowry. Abel Jones. Riker Harris. Now for your Remax Realty first and second grade team. Coaches Keith Oliver, Adam Richardson, Nathan Burke, and Kevin Quick. Moxley Burke. Castellanos Andreopoulos. Braxton Richardson. Hayden Johnson. Cash Mays. Brayton O'Mara. Thomas the Master. Benjamin Conley. James Jenkins. Draven Harmon. Eric Owens. Gentry Tompkins. Cyrus Quick. Caden Oliver. Now for your third and fourth grade Clayton Schultz Foundation Blue Team. Coaches Jeremy Weishart, Adam Richardson, and Adam Engelking. Cameron Richardson. Atticus Crow. Maverick Steinwash. Cash Blackwell. Cash Weishart. Knox Blackwell. Hunter Engelking. Reed Harmon. Look at the backflips by Cash Weishart. Impressive. Gunnar Wheeler. William Scarf. Brantley Roberts. Chase Meggie. Jackson Caudill. Cam Smith. Eli Kennedy. And Kipton St. John. Now for your Clayton Schultz Foundation white team. Coaches Dan Visa, Mike Manship, Jason Glover, and Brandon Jenkins. Carson Jenkins. Gunnar Olson. Cash Visa. Carson Martinez. Carver Hinton. Joby Jordan. Joseph Ritchie. TJ Manship. Lincoln Love. Everett Collison. Lennox Craig. Maddox Reese. Clayton Nicholson. Lucas Glover. And Levi Zaff. Now for your fifth and sixth grade Good Guys Heating and Cooling, coached by Chad Ellis, Casey Keller, David Wilson, Andrew Maraska, Gary Meeker, Pat Bratton, Sean Sanders, and Jared Lundett. Jake Jordan, Ethan Wilson, Jared Conley, Jackson Adkins, Hunter Bratton, Dawson Meggie, Braxton Green, Milan Glumac, Wyatt Zaff, Gunnar Mays, Maverick Turner, Colton Maraska, Peyton Happy, Braxton Keller, Keegan Borgman, Eli Landit, Blake Youngclaws, Ike Avery, Benjamin Wilhoit, Ethan Burnett, Jacob Hastings, CJ Ellis, Gavin Cox, Jacob Daniel, Zayden Shaw, Hudson Collins, and Bryce Overman. Next, your middle school cheerleaders. Coaches Whitney Huff and Cassie Garrison. Summer Brockman, Lizzie West, Braylee Schultz, Olivia Sanders, Peyton Davis, Brooklyn Fuller, Cadence Meggie, Lydia Wheeler, Molly Ebert, Maddie Etheridge, Brenna Garrison, Allie Myers, Heidi Stoner, and Tabitha Anderson. Now for your Eastern Hancock Middle School roster, coaches Cole Allen, Kenny Wisman, Cody Smith, Will Hester, managers Cameron Wisman and Alexis Montgomery, Lane Simmons, Wesley Engelking, Athanas Andreopoulos, Mason Youngclaws, Gabriel Smith, Casper Friddle, Gavin Schultz, Wolfgang King, Jacob Maurer, Jason Cook Jr., Matt Hunt, Colton Chittum, Luke Manship, Noah Maddox, Jeffrey Conley, Dawson Springman, Bentley Vincent, Hayden Conley, Mason Hester, Blake Whittington, Aiden Lease, William Steiner, Caleb Harmon, Ethan Smith, Riley Carver, Drew Morris, Jaden O'Neill, Brendan Turner, Elijah Cox, and Mason Roberts. Let's give it up for the future of the Eastern Hancock football and cheerleading. At this time, the Our Lady Royal Cheer Clinic participants have a special halftime performance.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. We are so glad you're with us for our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Commissioner, week one of high school football in the books. It was a great night weather-wise, great night in terms of game.
Let's give it up for our Lady Royal Cheer Clinic participants.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. We are so glad you're with us for our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Commissioner, week one of high school football in the books. It was a great night weather-wise, great night in terms of games, attendance, everything about it was just a wonderful way to start this season.
First of all, week one, coaches of, as we said last week, half the teams in the state are undefeated and half the teams in the state are defeated, and they're all refocusing this week. And I was just looking at some of the matchups, and it's going to be another banner week of high school football across the state. You and your staff had a board meeting earlier in the week. I'm curious, for those who don't understand, you and your staff sitting in Indianapolis, you don't make all the rules. So this isn't a member institution type of association where the membership makes its own rules and you carry out their wishes. And so I'm curious in terms of, structure and what you can tell people what a board meeting consists of and how agenda items actually get on that agenda for these meetings. Yeah, Coach, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk about that because it is truly a membership organization. Schools, they're not required to be a member of this association. They choose to do so. They elect a board of directors from the membership that serve this organization. I mean, they have full authority to set bylaws and hire and fire me, of course. And then, anything needs to be changed along the way, and it often does. After robust discussion and study, bylaws are changed, and that's the way it works. And the other piece of this is any member school principal across our 410 school have the ability to author a bylaw for consideration of change with our board of directors. And so, it's a system that's worked obviously since 1903, and I think it continues to work really well today. And, we just left a board meeting earlier this week, and we've spent about almost 4 hours discussing different things around the state, from tournament financial reports to penalties assessed to tournament alignments. We approved one thing we did this week was approve the boys and girls basketball tournament for this upcoming year. And so we're already thinking about the winter coming up here and what the winter sports are going to look like. So, it's just kind of a never-ending process. Right. And things change out there. Schools change. Education changes. Unfortunately, people also try to find ways to we'll just say, cheat the system a little bit in my world. That book is awful thick because we got people who haven't done the right thing along the way, try to gain an advantage. And, but anyway, we'll keep chasing those things too. One of the things you talked about was a record-breaking year at the gate, with your box office receipts. Your attendance was record-breaking also. It was a fantastic year in many ways for the association last year. Attendance was up again, so we certainly went through COVID, and then we're saying, is people going to come back? Well, they came back in record numbers, and then we even surpassed that this past year. We sold about 28,000 more tickets this past year than we did the previous year across all of our sports, and so very pleased with that. But one thing I'm real pleased with, Coach, is this association for the member schools operation we do not operate off of tax dollars. Everything that we do comes in through gate receipts and some sponsorship dollars, but the primary driver of this whole thing is we return a lot of money back to our member schools, and annually this year specifically, we're going to turn back an additional $800,000 to the member schools. So the total amount that will be back to school distribution is going to be about $208 million this year. And that's money that our schools keep locally from tournament participation. And that doesn't happen anywhere but Indiana, and so we're so pleased to be able to do that. And we want to be able to return those dollars, and it's specifically from tickets back to our member schools for their operations of their athletic departments.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right, we're back for the Dave's Express Care Car Wash halftime show. And the teams are back on the field. And we just have about 2 minutes or so until we're back going here for the third quarter. A few stats that we have. It's pretty even. And you can look here, the Royals have had 30 plays to the North Decatur's 28 plays. So the possession's been pretty similar. Total yardage. The Royals 172 yards so far. The Chargers 175 yards. So 3 yards difference there. A little bit different in how they're getting those. And this is probably a little bit of a shock to me that we're running the ball a little better than North Decatur.
Yeah.
While North Decatur's passing it a little better than we are. So I don't think a lot of people maybe would have thought of that coming into the game.
Or even watching it. The feel of the game doesn't feel necessarily like they're throwing it all over us or that we're just running it down their throat. I think both coaches are doing a good job of picking and choosing what plays they're going to run and when they run them. So, the stats show that we are at a tight game for sure, and we're in for a doozy here in the second half.
Morris is for North Decatur's 4 of 6, 93 yards, an interception, but that was a fluke interception. That was not his fault. On that. And then rushing the ball, I think it's been mostly Thackeray, maybe a little bit of Muckerhide.
He's touched it maybe once or twice. Palmer had that second touchdown run there for the Chargers, but
it's 21 carries, 82 yards for North Decatur. And then for the Royals, Elijah Eden, 6 of 10, 66 yards. And a big chunk of that was the one long pass to Braden Sullivan.
Yeah, great pass, great catch by both guys.
And then rushing the ball, it's been a lot of Mark Kuby, 9 carries, 66 yards, an amazing 31-yard touchdown run where he broke about 6 tackles in that first quarter. So we're going to be getting ready to start here. And defensively, let's see, we got a few defensive stats here. I want to thank Sam Poff for helping us out with the stats. He guarantees they're all correct.
Yes.
That's what I heard him say.
It's the POF guarantee.
So, 5 tackles by Cameron Voles seems to be the leader so far. And we'll try to maybe get some more stats as the night goes on. Hopefully the scoreboard works okay. We now have down and distance for you, so as it gets darker, it's a little easier for us. And going to be important possession here.
Yeah.
So just like the last possession, I mean, we keep saying every possession is important, but the last possession before halftime, getting that interception was a key play, and now this another possession important for the Royals. Coming out of halftime as Redmond's getting ready to kick it deep.
Mucker Hyde and Thackeray back deep to receive. Kick bounces to Mucker Hyde, who picks it up and's returning. Dive at the ankles. He's got the seam.
And as,
Ethan Sipes, I believe, is there to save that return.
I'm surprised we aren't a little kicking away from him a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know
because he's dangerous.
Yes. Dangerous in space and extremely shifty. So don't know if that one may have been a missed kick there on Redmond's part, or if that may be just part of the game plan. But
and this is kind of random right now, but I just want to make a comment. Our field looks as good as I can remember it looking in years.
It's very nice right now.
Now, it's probably helped that we've had a ton of rain this summer, but really nice job by our grounds crew here.
Handoff up the middle to Thackeray. Met hard in the hole by Voles and Dom Shelby. A good pop there for the first play of the second half. 3-yard gain for Thackeray. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Chargers.
And looks like it's pretty much the same starters here the second half. We never did it in the first half, so let's talk about the Royals' special teams. Aaron Redmond, the punter and kicker. Voles, Bowman, Shaw, also kick returner. Elijah Eden's the holder, and Jacob Wickard, the long snapper. Just so we can make sure we get them recognized.
Toss towards us. And good flow from the Royals defense there. Hoskins able to sneak through and wrap up. That would be Phelps for no gain. Brings up another 3rd and 7 for the Chargers. It's a big play for the Royal defense to try and get off the field here.
And it's saying we have no sound. Can you hear us? It says we have sound. So if you can hear us, let us know, because our side looks like it has sound.
Got Mucker Hyde in motion. Out for a pass, and the Royal defense gets to Morris for the sack.
Nice job. We needed that pressure, and this is I kind of got this is how we started the game. I thought we did a nice job of the line up front. Here's a replay. I don't know if we'll get it in time. But
high energy there from the Royal defense.
It's going to be a punt. So good pressure and no chance from the beginning. We'll try to get back real quick to our punting now. Little rugby punt.
Yeah, wrote that at halftime. And I know Shenandoah is a solid team, and you can never count out Monroe Central. But this has the feel of 2 teams who are going to go after it for the rest of the year and really contend for that conference championship. Good run there by Mark Kuby off to the side. Good 4 or 5 yard pickup there on first down.
And Kuby did a nice job keeping his balance, get those like a couple extra yards after first contact.
Yeah, Royals going on quick huddle here. Charger defense out of sorts. Royals ready to snap. Chargers are still getting to the ball. Back to the outside. Kuby stays on his feet again.
Really doing a nice job at keeping his feet moving. He's pumping his legs.
Yeah.
And the North Decatur's having a hard time. The first tackler is not usually the one that's getting them down. It's taking a couple people to get him down.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Charger D-line just looks a little bit gassed here coming out in the second quarter after 2 plays.
Yeah.
Hands on the hips, maybe not so engaged. Ooh,
wow. Good, Mark.
I don't know what you want to call that. It wasn't a hurdle, but a leap, I suppose. Leap forward there for a good 3 or 4 yard gain and a first down for the Royals.
And we're really going at a fast pace, so I'll try to get replays in, but we are moving at a quick pace. He does just do a little jump there. And
got a tight bunch out here. Chargers showing pressure. They got Thackeray out there coming from the corner position on a blitz. No safety in the middle of the field for the Royals might be something that Etch and Gallion might key in on.
And it looks like pressure right up the middle.
A lot of pressure up the middle. Yep. Royals stay on the ground. Kubi lowers the shoulder.
He's still up.
He's a monster.
Okay, he was down. I looked at the wrong person, but he lowered his shoulder pads and just kind of ran him over. And again, I'd really love to show that replay, but we are moving along here.
Yeah.
And again,
Kubi with the same kind of look.
Nice move,
breaks
Mark.
the tackle.
That's Royals touchdown, and Mark Kubi's coming out party here.
Yes,
tonight. He is really put on a show tonight. He had one big run last week, but look at this. I mean,
great job up front by the Royal offensive line.
And he had, what we say, 66 yards at halftime, and I think he just went over 100.
Oh, yeah.
With that drive. So
I don't know. I don't think we ran a play that Mark didn't touch the ball there. Right. I think it was ball to Mark, ball to Mark, ball to Mark. Bowman with the direct snap. And they signal that he's in. 2-point conversion good for the Royals. And what a start to the third quarter.
Right.
About picture perfect, just like we said at the beginning of the game. First quarter was about as perfect as you could get for the Royals. And those first 3.5 minutes there are just the same picture you had in the first quarter there, about picture perfect.
And we got the old Coach Etch back. He's making him chase us now.
Yep.
So we got the touchdown. We now have an 8-point lead, and that's going to force North Decatur to go for 2.
Yeah.
If they score a touchdown, you would think, and so that's the old strategy that he kind of went away with. We talked about in the first touchdown.
Yep.
So
yep. The longer the game goes on, I think I believe as he's, I don't want to say aged, he's not 100 years old, but he is older than me. So, but as he's gained his in coaching experience, I think he's learned that he can read teams and what he can get away with and what he can't. I think that may be why you see some kicks in the first half rather than 2-point conversions. But until they stop a 2-point conversion, I don't believe he'll ever go away from it at this point tonight.
Right. And, well, I mean, the team he had in 2013, he was going for it on 4th and 15.
Yeah.
That year.
Yeah. We were a no-punt team then, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Redmond set to kick it off. It does go away from Muckerhide here, and a nice little hole. Ooh!
Yep.
Flying down there. I think that was Dylan. Nope, Dylan Bowman's running down the field. Not quite sure. I think that may have been Hayden Jackson there streaking down the sideline. Almost able to get there in time, but a nice little pooch kick there from Redmond.
Yeah, they don't get any return, really.
No return. Sets them back deep in their own territory here on their, I believe, 24 it looks like.
And that's what we were a little concerned about was the return game of the
with
Chargers.
Muckerhide. I think you have Muckerhide here to the near side of the field out here by himself. Hand off to Thackeray, though. Good flow. Dylan Bowman for the tackle. You see Gabe Johnson there stretches that play out and makes Thackeray make an extra move that gets Bowman just that extra second to get there and make that tackle. If you watch here, Gabe Bowman at the middle linebacker position scrapes over these guards extremely well. Just a really good play, and just makes Thackeray take one extra step to try and get away from him and avoid that tackle, and lets Bowman get there. Good play there by the Royal defense, setting up a 2nd and 11.
And Morris, see what he's. Oh, good pressure there by Johnson.
Coming off the side. Oh, not able to bring him down. Escapes another one. Good block there.
2 Royals there. kind of ran into each other, and Morris does a nice job at avoiding the pressure.
Good dial up there by Robbins in the defense, but just not able to connect. Still brings up a third and about 4 or 5 there for the Chargers, so we'll see what they dial up here for their third and medium play, but another one that you really want to get off the field if you can here for the Royal defense. Got some shifting going on both sides of the ball here.
Really
got a tight package, really tight for the Chargers, and a toss. See if they can get there. Not quite.
Yeah, he's going to get the first down, I thought.
Yep.
He's going to get enough for the first down and kind of landed on the defender and got tossed past the first down marker.
Really a pretty good recovery, though, by the Royal defense. The Chargers there had a slew of guys out and ready to block, so a good recovery there. Bowman scraping over again to make a play, help make a play, and a good stop, even though the Chargers do come away with the first down.
All right, Morris under center. And
another handoff to Thackeray.
Yep.
Interesting technique here from both coaches, staying on the ground mostly in the first couple possessions for each team. We'll see how long that lasts for each, but go ahead.
And they're really going with Thackeray tonight. I thought I know we knew Thackeray's their guy. But Phelps did pretty well last week against South Decatur, and they really just pounded the ball with him last week.
In the Jamboree we saw Phelps looked really well. So
you thought we'd see a little bit of him, and maybe we will later. Or maybe there's an issue where he might have an injury or something. I'm not sure.
Muckerhide in motion, set out for the jet sweep. We stretch it out pretty well, but he's still able to pick it up. Pick up a good couple yards. I think he's going to be about a yard short of the first down, give or take.
Yep.
But looked like we could have been there for a potential no gain kind of situation, and he still was able to pick up 2 or 3 yards to give the Chargers a third and extremely manageable here.
And if you can get a stop here, you at least have to make North Decatur think about it. Because they're still on their side of the field. I formation here in motion.
Muckerhide again in motion. He's everywhere on the field. Dive play to Palmer.
Yeah, they scored on a similar type play there in the first half.
Yeah. I think they catch teams falling asleep there. You hit Thackeray, Muckerhide, and then Palmer out of nowhere gets a nice little dive and is able to pick up 5, 6, 7 yards every time he touches it.
Yeah, and with Muckerhide, you got to know. I mean, he's in motion. You got to know where he's going.
Yeah, he commands so much attention. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here if the Chargers stick with the run here. I mean, don't break or fix a broken wheel. So we'll see if they stick with it or if they go back to the pass.
Morris keeps it this time.
Yep, fake dive, keep able to pick up 3 or 4 there.
Might check out while you're doing this. I'll check out see if I can find some scores around the area.
Sure. You also start to wonder how much of the run game becomes clock management for both coaches. Not that both defense haven't been able to come up with their own set of stops, but for the most part, we feel like we're almost in a shootout with whoever ends up with the ball last has a pretty good potential of winning the game. Muckerhide again here in motion. Not going to get the look. There's Phelps with the end run, power play. Not much there, if anything, for Phelps and the Charger offense.
Here's some scores. Greenfield Central 41-0 over Greensburg.
Okay.
Right now at half. Mount Vernon down 15-17 to, I'm sorry, I don't know who they're playing. It doesn't say. So at half. So those are some county scores.
Looks like this wide receiver down here was almost lined up offside. Xander Jones looked like he was almost lined up offside.
Ooh, big hit.
Great
play.
Great play by Caden Willis. Able to take on that block, stay on the outside. That's exactly what you teach. Is it me or does Xander look like he's a whole yard off the ball there?
And the pass almost looked like it was backwards. Nearly backwards pass, but it didn't matter.
Just a picture perfect or textbook play there by Caden Willis, able to get off the block and make a great open field tackle. 4th down here for the Chargers. Got about 4th and 6. Just on the other side of the field on the 45-yard line. Keeping the offense out here. Here come the Royal fans getting nice and loud to help support their Royals. Timeout for the Chargers. I'm going to take a second and think about it.
Okay, a couple more scores around the area. At the end of one, the Dragons, New Palestine Dragons over Decatur Central, 21-7. Monroe Central leading 15-8 in the first quarter, so they're trying to get their first conference win of the season.
First win.
Or first, yeah.
They play Union City.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I know they're not in the conference anymore, but West-Dell playing on their new turf field tonight. First game, it's tied 6-6 at half, and then we don't play them anymore, but they're on my list of teams to look at. So
unfortunately, another chance to play on a turf field.
Mm-hmm. So that's a few updates I have from the area. So
I'll be interested to see the score of that Shenandoah and Heritage Christian game.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. Well, they were not starting until 8:30, so they just started.
That's true.
So we probably won't know this. We might know the halftime score maybe by.
That is a late night. A drive from Middleton down to Indy. That's a pretty late night there, especially with an 8:30 start time.
So huge play here, 4th and 6.
4th and 6. We got Xander Jones on the wide side of the field. We got an empty backfield for the Chargers. Etch doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to take another timeout. I don't know if he didn't like what he saw or if I can't tell if there was someone running off the field there.
I think it was
more. We had
an
extra guy, or we were just moving around trying to get everybody covered up.
I think it was more of the 5 wide maybe threw us off guard a little bit.
Not expecting a completely empty backfield.
Yeah, and so they went 5 wide earlier. I don't remember if that was what happened.
That was a 3rd and long where they connected deep
past Willis.
Deep past Willis, and they picked up that big first down that led to their eventual first score. So.
Yeah, that's so good timeout there, I think, to just make sure we know what's going on. And earlier we had a big timeout, battle there.
Yeah.
And the Royals came out on top because on that one.
Yep. So we'll see how it plays out this time. Both teams have taken a timeout here on this before this down, as it's a pretty critical down here. We're almost to the end of the 3rd quarter. Royals lead by a score of 22-14. 4th and 6 it's a big play here for the Chargers.
3 minutes and 5 seconds till the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll have a Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question between the 3rd and 4th quarter, so stay tuned for that. Coach Carter there trying to get the crowd going.
They don't go full empty this time. They keep it back in the backfield. You got Muckerhide here. Oh, Muckerhide's in the backfield. Looks for a flat. They don't look his way. They keep it to this side for a nice little hitch to number 9, Owen Eldridge.
Yeah.
Owen hasn't got many looks tonight, but he makes the most of that look there and able to pick up a first down.
Yep. Big play by the Chargers.
Again, you move Muckerhide around, and you command so much of the attention on the defense that you kind of forget about the other guys on the field.
He's just as good as a decoy
Yep.
as he is as a receiver.
Absolutely.
And one of these times he won't be the decoy.
Yeah, that's always the play as a defensive coordinator you're trying to prevent. So, unfortunately, they get the first down there, but you can live with a first down and not a touchdown. Morris on the keep, up the middle.
Good hard hit. I bet you that's Bowles.
Great tackle by Bowles, yeah. Shooting the legs there with a wrestling move.
You can always tell a Bowles tackle.
Yep.
It's like you used to be able to tell a Kane Sotelo tackle.
Absolutely. Yep. The legs cinched up, and they go straight down. There's no more after he gets to the legs. There's no more after that.
So Chargers with a nice drive, trying to respond after the Royals took a lead on their drive early in the 3rd quarter.
Yep. Toss out here to Thackeray. Good swarm job there by the Royal defense. Not picking up. No, they get about 2 or 3 there.
Yep.
2 or 3 there to pick up for about a 3rd and 4. Again, each down at this point here in the 3rd quarter feels like it could almost be the 4th quarter.
Third and short. They're getting a nice job at getting positive yards on those early downs and getting themselves in some good situations.
Again, you got Muckerhide out here by himself. And sending him in motion again. Oh, a little misdirection. Royals don't fall for it. Braden Hill right there to swallow it up.
Yeah, first time we've really covered that nicely.
Yeah, that was a good play. Little dive to Parmer, but nothing much there happening. Fourth, and they may have gained half a yard there, but or a full yard there. So it brings up about a 4th and 2. Another 4th down here for the Royals, and you'd like to see them get off the field here.
Yep.
You like that they're not giving up big plays and touchdowns, but eventually you'd like them to get off the field and be ready to go back on offense. About 50 seconds here left in the third quarter. And a big play coming up.
It's been really effective here in these 4th down.
Toss out here to Thackeray. Oh,
nice cut.
Makes a move. Uh-oh,
He
finds the
outside.
edge.
Still going.
Still moving his feet. Another good play call there by the North Decatur Chargers. Thackeray with a good run there.
They made a nice jab step, and waited out. Was able to get around the outside. We couldn't contain him or push him back inside.
That was a good run in the alley by Garrett Shaw, just not able to complete it. Like we said, that's a good move there by Thackeray and able to get him just enough off balance that he is able to keep the outside lane there. Looks like we got 1st and goal here.
Are we going to get a play here?
Oh, yeah. We'll get one more. You got about 13 seconds left on the clock. A dive again to Parmer, and nothing's there. Braden Hill is snipping out those dives like it's his job.
It kind of is.
I guess you could say it is his job. That sounds like something that might come up in film if he was missing those tackles. That's your job.
Yes. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter, and we're going to take a quick break, get a commercial in, and we will be back to start the fourth quarter. We'll get the Dave's Express Care Car Wash commercial in. So we'll be right back.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
All right, we're back. Let's get the Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question up here. So in the history of Eastern Hancock football, how many schools have we played in our school history with North in the name? So how many schools in the history of Eastern Hancock football have we played that has the name North in the name? And then if you think you have the number, who? Who do you think it is? I think two of them are really easy. I know the answers, but I think two of them are very easy.
Let me make sure, and I'll help everybody else out at home. This is just if we played, so we played North Decatur, so they count as one.
Yes.
It's not how many times.
You got to give me.
Okay.
So there's your one of the two that I think are really easy.
Well.
So, and we're going to I'll try to leave that up. Hopefully it won't block the screen. And so you can, it's not too many. So, but we'll get that answer later.
Fake dive. This is the first pass of the second half, I believe. Oh!
Just
wow.
off the hands. I got caught watching the monitor. I was like, what are you talking about? They haven't snapped. So I was 2 seconds delayed. So you can answer the trivia question on YouTube or Facebook, and we'll see it here. So we have some answers already.
Pass there just a little bit high by Morris, but you really, as a quarterback, you really hope that even if it's just a touch high, you wish your receivers can reel that in. Looks like Caden Willis, is that who's coming off the field right now? Maybe for some blood action. Nope, that'd be Dylan Bowman. Excuse me. Couldn't tell if that was a 9 or a 4 or 5. Excuse me.
And Bryant Sullivan came in for him.
Bryant Sullivan replaces him. Yep. Bryant played a lot of snaps on defense last year for the Royals, so not much of a loss there, I don't believe.
All right.
Got Thackeray out here wide in the new position.
I think. Phelps with the carry, and there's a flag. We've gone a while without a flag.
Phelps in the backfield. Thackeray was down here to the wide side of the field, lined up as a wide receiver, which was interesting for me.
So Sullivan comes back off, and Bowen back in. So it's a hold against the Chargers. It's been a while. There for a while we had a lot of flags, and now it's second half's been pretty flag-free.
He didn't signal a hold, did he?
Well, the announcer. I went with the announcer.
Oh, no offense, John, but I don't think that one was a hold. They don't blow those dead.
They are asking Pat what he wants to do. So they are going to push him back here.
Kind of one of those interesting spots to be in. Well, nothing happened, so not really that interesting. I think you always take the distance. Now, if the play was ran and they stay in the same spot, then do you take 4th and 10? Do you push them back, give them an extra down to try and make it up? You got Muckerhide down here in the slot to the near side of the field, 2 in the backfield. Morris back for the pass, looking deep. He's got somebody
picked off.
Dylan Bowman with the pick. He's got a host of guys out there to block for him. Gets it back to the 25 and a fumble.
Oh, fumble. Oh, I hit the replay before that, but he may have been down, but the Royals got on it anyways, I think. So here's the replay of that, and you could see it coming. He kind of timed it up, I thought.
The ball floated in the air just a touch too long. He had his receiver, I think, is that Thackeray down there?
I think it might be Littmer. So
he made a good move, and he had him for just a second. If he would have thrown it a second earlier, I think he may have the play there. But really good break by Dylan Bowman. Good coverage by the Royal defense downfield. Not too many options there for Morris. So
that's the second interception thrown by North Decatur. And let's see if the Royals weren't able to take advantage of it last time. Let's see if they can take advantage of it this time.
Yeah, this is a big possession for the Royals. If they're able to go up 2 scores here in the 4th quarter, you feel like a lot of good things can happen. James King on a mission there. Oh, and we got a late flag. Looks like we might be bringing it back for a hold.
I like James really. Mark's done a nice job at this game at just going north and south, or in this case, east and west. But James, I felt, has always been that kind of a runner.
Yep. Yeah, he hit that hole very fast. So it'll be interesting to see if Etch sticks with your proven guy in this game of Kuby, or if you keep it run by committee here and switch back and forth. So we did have a hold there on the Royals. They will mark it off from, it should be the line of scrimmage. I was a little mistaken. It's not always from the line of scrimmage. It's only if the play or the holding was behind the line of scrimmage. That way you don't bury teams.
Gotcha.
We got an empty backfield. Nope, excuse me, QB's back there. Nope, excuse me. Again, that would be James, and James got some running room.
He breaks it
open.
A
tackle. Can he get past this last North Decatur defender? No.
Nice job.
But a great run there by James King.
Yeah, and he turned that. It's almost the same exact play, it felt like.
Yep.
And he just turned it up and broke it, and we might get up on the line quick.
Royals looking to get back to the ball as fast as possible and run a play here.
We'll see if we'll see this replay, but
a really good run.
Good break of a tackle there, and good angle by the North Decatur defender.
Owen Eldridge with a great pursuit angle. Great pursuit angle. I wish he could come and teach my middle schoolers how to do that.
We've got a lot of answers coming in on the trivia.
Kuby back in the game. Dive straight up the middle. Chargers looking for a strip. That was a good attempt at a strip. I saw the arm fly back there. Not much on the run.
I was getting ready to say the same. They were really trying to rip at that ball, and I can see Mark put 2 hands on it there. Because the Chargers know that they go down 2 scores here. It's going to be a
tall task.
Battle.
Got trips to the left wide side of the field here. Kuby and Edon in the backfield. Aaron Redmond, lone receiver down here, goes to the sideline.
Nice.
Kuby again with a great run, almost able to break it. Muckerhide there with a good tackle, but a good second down run for Mark Kuby there.
And we've been running at a pretty quick pace here. Do you look to slow it down in this situation, you think?
No. As a coach, when you have the momentum and your guys are rolling, you don't give the defense a second to breathe. or think or react. You just keep doing what you're doing. And honestly, if things are clicking, you don't really change too much.
So you're not worried about clock situation or anything. You're just trying to pedal down and let's go.
At this point, no. I think if in a different situation you might be, but with one score on the board, separating the two teams, knowing that both teams are extremely capable, I think you keep the gas pedal down. Ooh. Good play there. North Decatur able to hold themselves on the same onside, I should say. Royals lined up. Kubi in the backfield, trips to the right side of the field. Kubi with the handoff straight up the middle. Easy first down.
Yeah.
It looks like
the offensive line believes it's the first down. Yep.
He had the hole. That was a very good open field in the hole tackle by North Decatur, but Kubi had enough of a push up front to be able to pick that up.
Do you want to thank everybody participating in our trivia? Mark on the outside. He's still going. He's going to score. Nice job, Mark. What a game. We're going to be talking about Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the Game, but I got a pretty strong candidate.
He is an early favorite, that's for sure.
So, and he's just been a real job keeping his legs pumping, and he was actually the big turning point last week. Like his big run was what really got the Royals going last week.
Yeah. Runs like that just bring a different kind of energy. Passes are great, and when you can complete a pass, it's an energy booster. But when you can just run it down a team's throat, it's just different.
They got a good extra point. The long snapper. Let's make sure we mention those guys. Long snapper Jacob Wickard, the holder Elijah Eden, and our kicker Aaron Redmond knocks it through.
Interesting no call there. Redmond took a nice shot after he kicked it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of guys wanted a call there. The ref was looking straight at him, but, hey, kick made it through. Royals ahead 15.
And we've had lots of participation, and we've had a right answer. So I think we're going to go ahead and give our answer to the trivia question. The answer to the trivia question is 4.
Oh, wow.
And we've even named them. So North Decatur, Northeastern, I thought those were pretty much gimmies.
Yeah.
North Miami was kind of people remember that one, but for all the wrong reasons, because that's the one where we went up there for a trip. I think there was a big storm, and we all it got canceled. We had to come back home and come back. It was a really long drive, like a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah, it's north of Kokomo. It's up there.
And we had to go back home and then go back on Saturday to finish the game.
Okay.
So that one's that's probably why most people remember that one. And in Northwestern, we only played a couple years, which is one of my favorite live streams we've ever done. Jocelyn Duncan and I went up there, and we had an entire 20-seat press box to ourselves that was air conditioned.
Northwestern has very nice facilities.
So
Redmond to kick it off.
Thank you for participating.
Ooh, onside kick. Ooh, loose. The Royals pick it up.
And
no signal yet. But the Royals are jumping up and down. They have it.
Yes. So Royals are known for that, and that's that weapon. That is Aaron Redmond.
Yes, that is a very, I don't know what you want to call it, traditional or Echeverria move right there.
Yes, and then
catch them off guard.
And like I said,
gutsy call.
And you got a kicker that can make those kicks.
Yeah.
And he's got all the package, I guess, for kicks.
Absolutely. You see that front line of the Chargers just not fully prepared, and whoever that middle guy was just gets picked on a little bit there, unfortunately. But Royals able to pick it up with good starting field position here. Eden takes a snap back for the first pass of the half, and he's taking a shot downfield.
Yeah,
not many people there. Ooh, just off the fingertips of, I believe, Owen Eldridge. Braden Sullivan, the intended receiver there.
That had a feeling of just let's just drive the stake in right here, put our foot down.
Yeah.
Kind of a play.
Yeah. That's another edge call there. He's got more courage, I would say, than I do there. I think I would stick with what was working on the last couple drives, but I would expect a heavy dose of run right here again on 2nd and 10 for the Royals. James King in the backfield. Hand off to King, straight up the gut. King still on his feet, still chugging. Great second down pickup for James King.
And I am so impressed with our offensive line. I mean, we're talking about Mark Kuby, but our offensive line's been really, really good tonight as well.
Yeah.
We'll just mention those guys. So a lot of those, Ethan Carter, Logan Hoskins, Jacob Wickard, Braden Hill, Carson Smith. There's probably been some subs out there contributing as well on a hot night
and Caden Rubel. Give Caden Rubel some credit. Not always going to be asked to block as much as he is, but he's been doing a heck of a job there. I think, an official's timeout for some water here. Interesting spot. Third and short. I don't know if as an official, but again, player safety. So
we have a score on update score on Shenandoah Heritage Christian. It is scoreless after 1.
Okay.
So close matchup there. Is Shenandoah in our sectional? Let's just look at that while we're talking about it. I'm trying to.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, they are.
No? Okay.
So there's the Royals sectional. And so Heritage Christian Shenandoah in a 0-0 after 1 match. I think it's a tough sectional, but it's an even sectional, I believe. It's not like
I don't think there's anybody who's going to run away with it this year like it has been in years past.
When the draw comes out, I don't think people are going to be like, well, they got an easy way.
Right, yeah. No, whoever wins this sectional this year will have definitely had to work for it. Yeah, you have a good Winchester team in there who beat Hagerstown last week pretty handily, and you got a Lapel team who plays a Frankton team tonight, so that'll give us a good read on how good they are, I should say. King back up the middle, able to pick up the first down.
I'm so impressed with, like I keep talking about, our offensive line, our running game tonight, especially after seeing them, and we both saw them in the Jamboree a few weeks ago, and they just seemed like dominant at the line of scrimmage.
They do appear to be firing on all cylinders right now. This has been a clinic of a second half of blocking. King to the left side, stretches it out, able to pick up another good chunk, about 6 or 7. And both running backs. I know Mark Kuby has had a heck of a game and has had the majority of touches. But that being said, I think if we put James there in the same position, he's able to do just about the same things.
And I'm not getting any stats updated. So I don't know if he doesn't have Wi-Fi on his iPad or. So we're not getting any stats update to help you, but
James has to be pushing over 50 yards with that long run that he had there, I believe at the beginning of the 4th to help set up that touchdown for the Royals. Going to bring up 3rd and short here. Another good run, 2 yards. About 3rd and 3 for the Royals here with 7 minutes and 23 seconds and counting here in the 4th quarter. Royals leading 29-14. To go back to your point earlier about clock management, this is a different situation where I feel we can eat some clock, and really kind of have our way.
Really.
Another handoff to the outside to James King.
Really seem to be finding something on the left side. I don't know if it's specific, but it seems like
it's just the outsides. The outsides have been open for the Royals pretty much all night, and that's a testament to your wide receivers blocking as well as your tackles and your skill guys like Caden Rubel out there making plays, and Manship and Redmond and Voles has been in there, Sullivan's been in there, Bowman's been in there. So kudos to those guys as well, along with the offensive line. It's just been a great job, a good team effort of blocking and helping Kuby and King get those good chunks of yards on each play.
Handoff now. Mark's going up the middle.
Another good play. He bounces it to the outside. Wow. He finds it again.
Wow, Mark. How many touchdowns is that? We have a count. Our math side. You're the math guy. 4? I can't count that high.
Does that put him at 4?
So I think he had.
There's five touchdowns on the board here. Eden ran in for 1 in the first, so at least 3. I don't think there's been anybody else who scored. James didn't finish that last one off, did he? No, Mark finished that last one off. I don't think there's been a passing touchdown yet, so I'm going to say Kubi's had 4 touchdowns, yeah.
And just like, last week, we went into halftime tied up. We were 15-15.
Yeah.
Came out second half, and it's been all Royals. Same thing tonight, 14-14, and it's been all Royals in the second half.
Yeah. Almost the same exact score of what we looked like last week.
So while we're thinking about the Paxton Farms Sweet Corn possible player of the game, let's have a quick break here.
Taste of summer at Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Located just north of Maxwell, 2 miles west of State Road 9 on 600 North. Our sweet corn is handpicked, bringing sunshine to every bite. But that's not all. Capture picturesque memories in our fields of vibrant sunflowers, perfect for photos. Bring the joy of Paxton Farms Sweet Corn to your summer gatherings. Visit us today and experience the sweetness that keeps people coming back for more. Find us on Facebook, Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Paxton Farms Sweet Corn, the sweetest taste of summer.
All right, I think we're back. So the Royals take a 36-14 lead, and this is a big game in the Mid-Eastern Conference. This will be obviously whoever wins this is the leader, because this is the first conference game of the season for any team, and everybody will be chasing the Royals, and so the pressure will be on. Now they're going to have a target on their back though, each one of those games.
Yep.
Assuming that the Royals
can close it out. Absolutely. 6 minutes left, pending anything crazy. Just have to make sure we contain and do our job still. Can't get ahead of ourselves.
Since defense be solid, now you got to think the Morris has to throw it a little bit more downfield.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. They can't just rely on the little dink and dunk and misdirection things.
Yeah.
And that's where I thought we really got Frankton last week, because they weren't capable of doing that last week.
Yeah, they struggled to get it downfield on deeper throws. I think Morris has the arm and is more than capable. The Royals' coverage has just been pretty solid tonight, and I said it at halftime as well to a couple of the guys up here that I didn't feel our D-line was getting a lot of pressure on Morris. I felt like he had a lot of time in the backfield to look and scan and find the open receivers, and that could have been because of all the short dink down throws. But
here's something to think about. The Royals, if they can finish this off, the Royals have not beaten a top 15 or top 10 team since 2015.
Oh, wow.
I did get
any class, huh?
Message from someone that Mount Vernon's playing Franklin.
Franklin, okay.
That's who they're playing. And they were down 17-15 earlier. So, yeah, 2015, the last time they beat Shenandoah, the last time that the Royals have beat a top 10 ranked team. It's a little surprising, to be honest. We've had some successful teams that are capable of beating a ranked team.
You'd almost expect North Decatur to pick the pace up a little bit here. You can't get too ahead of yourselves. I know it's third down. You want to make sure you stay on the field and continue to pick up first downs. But with the clock ticking here, with only 2 times left, down 3 scores, you would think you'd start to see a little bit of urgency and tips.
Yes, I think you're going to see Morris have to throw some passes. Maybe he didn't want to throw, and they come a little more one-dimensional.
Muckerhide not able to complete the catch there. Good pass by Morris. Hits him in the hand, just not able to haul it in. And Morris is on again to punt. Interesting. We'll see. Again, we're sending, I think this is Austin Brown, back to receive the kick. We'll see if they actually kick it. The Chargers bringing in Thackeray for an extra guy to make it 11. And it appears Morris kicks it away. Austin Brown's just going to let this one go. No shoving matches.
Let's don't do anything silly.
No. Get to our sideline and focus on us. Focus on us. We're just fine.
Yep. So here we go. Offense. Now you're really milking.
Yes. Yep.
So you're in no hurry here.
You go full running package here, and you are trying to finish this one off.
Our coach is going to throw it deep here just because he said that.
It looks like we got some subs coming in here now. Rubel's off to the sideline. I believe that's King and Redmond are in the backfield. Edon's not on the field right now. Redmond's going to take the snap. Hand off to King up the middle. King turns and is hit pretty well there by 57. That is Cohen Thackeray with a nice pop there in the gap.
We've gone to some substitutions here. So you said let's get some names of some people since they're out there on a Friday night.
Austin Brown here on the wides, or on the close side of the field to us at wide receiver. Colton Dishman is in at our Y position, or our tight end position there. He replaced Caden Rubel. Sending here in motion is still Eli Manship and James King again with the handoff. And Aaron Redmond is playing QB right now. He is the captain on the field currently.
Didn't like that towel, so he's switched
Got to get a
towels.
Yep, that was his wide receiver towel. He's got a QB towel now.
Gotcha. And I want to recognize how well of a job that the coaching staff and the players did managing the heat this week.
Yeah,
they came in at I think 6 o'clock in the morning
Thursday. Yep.
Thursday to practice and to avoid the heat, but got their work done.
Yeah. Players were focused on hydration all week. I have numerous players in my class who asked to go fill up their water bottles 2-3 times in a class, which is a great, just a team effort there.
Yeah, we haven't had, knock on wood, any cramping or anything like that I was kind of concerned about.
Not on the field, at least, absolutely. And it looks like we're getting a huge hockey substitution here almost. Oh, excuse me. This would be the punt team.
Yes.
Yeah. So a hockey substitution for the punt team here. We got, that should be Redmond there again, back to kick it away for the Royals.
Make sure you stick around. We will have the Ninestar Connect post-game show. Nice bounce.
There's a bounce that you want. Really good punt there from Aaron Redmond.
And,
good 40, 50-yard punt there from Aaron to set the Chargers back deep in their own territory. See if the Chargers make a couple changes here. With 3 minutes left, it appears that they're going to. Looks like, Muckerhide's off on the sideline. And Morris is definitely not getting the play. So
this is a nice statement game. This is going to open some people's eyes.
Yes.
For the Royals.
On the flip side of that, though, like you said, it'll put a target on your back too. So you got to be ready week in and week out from here on out.
And the schedule does not get any easier. No. So we've got a tough Centerville squad at Centerville, which, by the way, I am putting our chances of streaming that game under 20%. So if you're wanting to see the game next week, and I don't believe they stream at all, you may want to travel over to Centerville. They have a extremely small press box, and we haven't asked permission yet. We will ask permission, but we would not be surprised if we are denied. So just because of facilities. Who's that tackle
Hayden
there?
Jackson there for the tackle, and Joe Hollenbaugh in there as well.
Right. So, again, if you're wanting to see that game next week, we're going to try, but we have a new hotspot, so we haven't. That'll be the first game we will have tried that new hotspot. So,
statistically speaking, we would call that bad odds.
Yes. So, if you want to see next week's game, get you some Friday night plans. I promise it's going to be cooler than this evening. I can't guarantee the no rain, but it will be cooler. Who's the quarterback there? Do you have that?
Number 2, Braden Murray on the rollout. Passes incomplete. Coverage by Bryant Sullivan there. And looks like Brady Cole was over there to help kind of break some things up.
So it's nice to get some of these JV guys in here. The young guys get to play on a Friday night.
Absolutely.
You remember your first Friday night?
Yes. Extremely nervous. My job was to not screw up.
Oh, good pressure.
Hayden Jackson off the edge almost gets there. Austin Brown back to receive the punt, just going to let it go. Nothing there. And it looks like we'll have a full JV offense out here. Yep, Jaden Fuller in at quarterback now. With 1:44 left.
And a big, an ovation a little bit for the Royals right now from the fans. And well-deserved.
Absolutely.
Well-deserved, and well-deserved by the coaches. Congratulations to the effort they put in, time, and the players. And
this has got to be a great feeling for them.
You know, this is the second week in a row, though. I've kind of been told, hey, our practice hasn't been that great. so every time they tell us that, I'm just going to be like, we got a W.
Yeah.
So, no, hopefully they get that figured out. But
good run there up the middle by Braden Bowles, the younger brother of Cameron Bowles. Handoff from Jaden Fuller.
And Coach Hibbert now getting a little Friday night.
Friday night action
from
Mr. Hibbert. Hayden Jackson and Braden Bowles in the backfield. Fuller takes the snap. Handoff to Jackson, out to the edge. Bowles picks up a block. Jackson's got the edge. Jackson's streaming down the sideline. Ooh,
hard tackle, and there's a flag.
Way back here.
Flag, way back.
It looks like it probably is going to be a hold at number 40 there for North Decatur, Tyler Dean, with an aggressive tackle.
I'm going to ask this question. Do you know what the third quarter score will happen to be? I might have it. Nope, I don't.
I want to say it was just 14-14.
No,
we had 22-14.
I know we had 8. Yeah.
It was 22-14 at the end of the third. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. It was indeed a hold on the Royals. Happened far enough downfield that it puts us in 2nd and 11, we'll say. So not too bad. Again, Fuller in the backfield with 2 running backs. Ooh, a weird handoff there. And not much is happening. Let's see who ran that.
Oops, there's no flag on the play. Yeah.
Cameron Delagrange on the carry.
Cameron Delagrange on the run.
Taken down by Evan Cherry.
Just a little bit of a bobbled snap there. Maybe a little bit of mistiming caused for that negative yardage. Got about 3rd and 14 now for the Royals with 36 seconds left. Handoff up the middle. Sorry, I'm not sure who that is, but they got to the outside. Number 25, it looks like. 25. Gabe Sotelo with a good run there. Another flag, though, on the Royals, and another hold. We're coming back. So these JV guys look like they may have a thing or two still to learn from the varsity guys. Really a pretty clean game from the Royals here. Besides the first half, a couple miscues with some flags, a hold or two, and a personal foul that set us back a couple times. But second half, very clean. No turnovers on the night for the Royals.
This is unofficial. 21 carries, 172 yards for Mark Kuby, the sophomore, and 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns, yeah. Always going to be tough to beat Spencer Gilbert in that category in terms of scores in a game, but 4 touchdowns is no small feat by any means. And the Royals are going to start to gather here at midfield, and that would be the game.
So we're going to have a post-game show here, but what a huge game in the conference as the Royals now 1-0 in the conference. North Decatur drops to 0-1, and you got tough games against Shenandoah and Monroe Central. Those are going to be a lot later. Let's look at that schedule just so you know when it is. Like those are like week 7, week 8 games.
Yeah.
And so those are going to be big time games later on and heading into the sectional. But job well done today. It's so tough to play a team like North Decatur this early. And we mentioned it, first time the Royals have beat a ranked team since 2015. North Decatur was ranked in 1A number 4. And great job. I think we're going to have a interview here in just a little bit. And there's kind of how the game went. And look at that scoring, like 14-0 in the first quarter, 14 for the Royals, 14-0 by the Chargers. Kind of tail of two different quarters. And then the Royals came out in the second half, and it was just domination. So it was all Royals there.
Yeah, really good second half performance by the Royals.
Yes.
Good coaching all around, good playmaking.
Right.
A lot of energy that came out in the second half.
Right. And we got Coach Knight's getting ready to join us here, I think. We'll see either that one or that one. They're yours or that one. It doesn't matter. So we'll get him set up. And I think we got you. We'll see. Test it out there.
Hey,
Coach Knight,
right.
let's see. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right, I can't hear you very well, actually.
Well, you know.
So we didn't test that mic out very well. All right. So, hey, nice win tonight.
Yeah.
And I think it's a kind of a statement. I think this is a game that's going to get some people's attention.
Yep.
And two games in a row, tied up at halftime, and in both weeks, something changed, some adjustments or something. It's been all Royals both weekends.
So it was adjustments like, well, you could see, like, I think we attempted one pass in the second half. So offensively, defensively, tightened stuff up. But there was the kids, right? The kids decided that they wanted to come out and make a statement. So,
yeah. And Coach Allen made the comment of that we just had a different demeanor coming out at halftime.
Yep.
He noticed it right away when they first came out. We had just a different look, different demeanor, and really just took control.
Yeah, that was. I could hear the kids talking. I wasn't in the locker room with them. We were in the coaches area, but you could hear the kids talking after we went over some stuff with them, and I think they just rallied. And we did this last week, so you look back on, hey, we've done this before. We were tied. We had a crummy second quarter, and okay, so how are we going to respond? 2 weeks in a row, you said it. Pitch a shutout, offense explodes, and we did it two different ways.
And what about Mark Kuby?
Mark Kuby, yeah, he's something, man. He ran fierce, and there were a couple of times it was like I wasn't sure he was going to make it. That first long one, we had a guy that was unblocked, like just didn't have enough guys, and so it was Mark. You tell him you got to beat that one guy, and he decided to beat him by running over him.
Yes.
So what I mean, like
shoulder,
that was awesome.
Another statement coming out of the second half.
Unofficially, we had him 21 carries. 172 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's not a bad night.
That's a pretty good night. And then the first one was the first one he broke like 6 tackles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that was that long one. Yeah, he kind of had to weave his way through and then went.
Mm-hmm. So now you still have a tough schedule coming up. You go to Centerville, not a team that we've played a lot really other than scrimmaging. So it's a team that's had a lot of success in the past few years. Mm-hmm. And now you got to keep that focus, I think, going over there, and you want to enjoy this,
right?
But I think you got some something to build on here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll enjoy it. We'll talk through it with the kids tomorrow morning, and then it's on to next week. And I think that they looked at our schedule. There's no give-me's. So it's just like who's next kind of thing, 1 week at a time and go. Mm-hmm. I think we owe Centerville. Last time we played them, I think, was 2 years ago in the sectional, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And they had a really good team that year, and so it's a.
And there's one more I wanted to mention. Just we were looking at it. An important game for us, sectional-wise, down the line. Shenandoah Heritage Christian was scoreless after 1.
Oh, wow.
So let's see if we have a Heritage Christian 6-0 lead at half.
Okay.
So, again, that's, I think, a wide-open sectional when you look at it. Top to bottom, we talked about there isn't really a super strong team.
Right.
And there isn't a super weak team.
Right.
So, anyways, nice job tonight.
Yeah.
I thought the coaches were awesome, well prepared. I thought it was, we talked about it too, managing this week.
Oh, absolutely.
Was a challenge as well.
Absolutely.
This was not your typical game day prep.
Nope.
Of a week.
No.
And so I thought the way we handled it, managed it, I was kind of just seeing it from the outside, but I thought it was really well done by the coaches, and it seemed like the players really bought into what we were doing too.
Yeah, we did. We changed the schedule a little bit, even going in the morning yesterday to stay out of the worst part of the heat. We asked the kids to hydrate, provided opportunities for that multiple times during practice. They adjusted really well. Coach Gallion made the observation we didn't have any kids cramping up, which is amazing on a night like tonight after this week. And I think the North Decatur kids had a few, at least, that were grabbing their legs. So, that's a tribute to the kids too. Again, they've bought in. I don't know that they always believe it at the start, but then once they realize that it's working, they're going, and it's pretty cool. It was fun to watch. Little throwback. Last week we had the passing. Tonight it was the running, which is going to make us tough. And you didn't mention one thing. This is a conference game.
Oh yeah.
We are now. We believe we're in the driver's seat for the conference when North Decatur's the defending champions and they were the number 4 team in 1A. So
yes,
and now we have 2 more teams we got to beat, but this is. It's hard to win a 4-team conference when you lose a game.
Yes.
So we are 1-0 in the conference, which is awesome.
Yep. And we mentioned it, but it was right before you got here. So it was.
Okay.
But it's. But we. I'm trying to think of what I had something else there about. No, I can't think of it. So you have anything, Cole?
I don't
think
so.
Trying to
Good
think.
job, Coach.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you have a trivia question tonight?
We did.
Was it anything about the last time we beat a ranked team?
No, but we have mentioned it.
Yeah.
It's 2015. We defeated Shenandoah.
That's what Mr. Gallion wanted me to make sure I passed that along. He was pretty fired up about that too. So
So we did get that message, and we got it passed along to our listeners.
Sweet.
And
who was the play of the game tonight?
I think we went with Mark.
Yeah.
And, can see that.
Hard to argue against him.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was just, and we even go again. He was kind of a spark last week.
Yeah.
Like that big run he had last
week.
Kind of sparked us again. So, and he seems I haven't been around Mark a lot. He seems very humble, very a little bit. So.
He's a good kid. Yeah, he's got a great personality. That, and I think if it starts to go to his head a little bit, it'll just be knocked down a peg until he's a regular kid. But I don't see that happening.
Right. So all right. Well, thank you, Coach Knight, for joining us. Get to celebrate with your team, and we appreciate you coming in and talking to us. And it's always good after a W.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
All right. So we're going to wrap up. We've got to get some commercials in here. We went for the Ninestar Connect post-game show, so we'll hit some commercials here, and we'll wrap it up. And I want to thank we were well over 200 there down at the end of that ball game. And so I appreciate everybody watching tonight. It's always fun to see those numbers. I can remember when we first started doing this, and I'd look at those numbers, and it was like 15 or 20 people watching. And so when you see those numbers and see a lot of people enjoying it, we really appreciate that. It makes it feel like our time's being well used here. So, like I said, we might not be there next week at Centerville. We'll try, but we'll see. Hopefully the Royals get another W. So we're going to hit some commercials on the way out, and we will see you later. Good night.
I live in a rural area, and I am an electric and internet customer. One day I received a check in the mail, and I didn't really realize what it was for. Something that I really didn't realize, that I was getting money back for the services that they give to me, which is nice. Being local, you don't really see that from bigger companies. Ninestar is different than others.
Ninestar is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Discover the taste of summer at Paxton Farm Sweet Corn. Located just north of Maxwell, 2 miles west of State Road 9 on 600 North. Our sweet corn is handpicked, bringing sunshine to every bite. But that's not all. Capture picturesque memories in our fields of vibrant sunflowers, perfect for photos. Bring the joy of Paxton Farm Sweet Corn to your summer gatherings. Visit us today and experience the sweetness that keeps people coming back for more. Find us on Facebook, Paxton Farm Sweet Corn. Paxton Farm Sweet Corn, the sweetest taste of summer.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
Attention car owners. Has your vehicle seen better days? Introducing Dents Automotive, your go-to solution for those unsightly dents and dings. Our expert technicians use state-of-the-art techniques to restore your car's beauty like magic. Whether it's a minor ding or a pesky dent, we've got you covered. With years of experience and a passion for perfection, we'll have your car looking like new in no time. Don't let dents cramp your style. Visit Dents Automotive today and drive away with a smile. Your car deserves the best. Dents Automotive, where excellence meets restoration.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 19...